I don't know, a couple of years ago on the old server, I was showing pictures. I think I showed everybody. I found a 54-inch LCD TV. I think I ended up giving it away too. Someone I know, their TV busted.
Yeah, I got. I mean, like I've been in places, and one day there was like 3 TVs outside. There was like a Samsung 47-inch. It was like a smart TV and everything.
Yeah.
And so some periods of time, you see like every other house, you'll see stuff like that.
Couches,
like,
TVs, kitchen tables, dressers, freaking you name it.
All kind of stuff. I saw even sealed things. There's people. I remember people like they have like pickups and they will go around picking up stuff to sell it. Probably like I don't know, Craigslist and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've sold stuff I found off on Craigslist.
Dude, you're in Cambridge. Yeah, you'd probably get like the good tech all the time.
Well, I mean, plus where I live, like I live right near MIT, so it's like, oh, look, there's a TV like a block from my house. Let's just go grab it, bring it, freaking get on the computer. TV, $100, Craigslist, boom, there's $100. Like, yeah. I don't have to you guys. I just took 5 minutes effort to make $100. Like, yeah, why not?
So my grandpa went to MIT.
Yeah, it's probably way different than when he went. They were actually smart when he went.
Oh yeah. He was there for communications. He was one of the higher ups at AT&T in their tech division. So he is a real strength.
AT&T's like serious, especially back then, man.
Yeah.
AT&T that's high tech. That's kind of like I don't even know what you would compare it to now.
Well, he that's when he was at MIT. He contracted for NASA, and he was contracted on Apollo 17. So he had the badges and everything.
And he thought it was fake.
Yeah, he didn't believe we went to the moon. Which I didn't realize that. It wasn't until me and a friend of mine corroborated our stories that we realized that. Because he just outright told my friends we didn't go.
Grandpa, you're ruining my childhood.
Yeah, for real.
I remember you saying you have a lunar lander. You still got that?
I've got it in storage somewhere.
I bet you it's more durable than the one they said they sent to the moon.
Well, yeah, it's made out of polystyrene.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to bait a Glober into coming in. When's the last time we had like a real good Glober come in here and debate somebody? Do something.
I don't know. I brought Vanek back in.
Yeah. I came there like the other night. I hopped in for a minute. When Zanuck was railing against global warming.
Yeah.
Or climate change. Depends. It's global warming in the summer and it's climate change the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly. It's the funniest thing. Haven't you noticed how hot it is? I'm like, it's the middle of summer.
I will say something weird that I have noticed. Canadian geese. They've been around like flying north since like over a month ago. So why would they be flying north?
Flying north?
flying north in December. Well, I mean, a month ago wasn't December. That would be January, but it was over a month ago.
And then they
and I see some today too. So I'm like, you guys are a little early, right? They don't come up until like March usually.
Are they going to fire the lead goose?
Yeah, he's leading them astray.
Oh, sorry guys, I took us the wrong way.
Yes, his name was Biden.
Well, up here in North Dakota, our winter has been unusually mild, so that would explain why they're flying back.
You think they go by the temperature, though? I mean, do you think they would kind of like risk that?
Yeah,
because it could be warm, then all of a sudden they fly north, and all of a sudden it's like -20, and they're falling out of the sky dead.
Yeah. Well, now it's back up to 30s and 40s in February, so I don't see them, but I guess they must be somewhere.
That's proof of black holes. You don't see
Obviously.
You don't see the goose. So the goose must have gone somewhere that is not here. And the only option is that it's a black hole.
Yep.
I'm segueing into using astrophysics reasoning and logic.
Yes, he's using global logic.
Yeah, I don't see the goose, so I'm going to find an outlandish explanation for why we don't see the goose anymore.
Yeah.
Man, I did not fucking say that. Don't do that shit.
No, Fraud. I get what you're saying. It's a wink and a nudge. I understand. You're saying the geese flew into a black hole. I got you.
What a fag.
I mean, what else could it be? Prove me wrong, Fraud.
What else could it be? Exactly. So, whatever story is being told, what else could it be? That is the proof of that
You're the one
story.
they said they flew north. I'm just saying it's been
No.
really mild. All right, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
I just explained the phenomenon you observed. That's all I did. You're the one who said it.
Right. You guys fucking suck.
Being trolled.
So if anyone here is to blame for the geese going into the black hole, it's you.
Shout out Raven Song.
Plead the fifth on that one.
Close.
Raven.
When you plead the fifth, it says that you don't want to incriminate yourself, so you have the right to be silent, right?
Yo,
Well,
what's
that
up?
automatically assumes that you're guilty.
I was just saying, hey, what's up?
I like
Hey,
to
what's
plead the
going on?
Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, give me just a second. We're almost done. So if you plead the sixth, that's the right to talk to your lawyer. So when you go to court, they'll be like, "Why were you pleading the fifth?"
I'm just
Right?
gonna invoke my blackness. So fuck that. That's what I'm doing.
I didn't know you could invoke that. Is there any whiteness I can invoke?
Nope. Sorry, sir. You guys fucking played yourself.
We have privilege, Hank.
I would like to have the privilege of not having to work as much. That would be a nice privilege.
It would be.
But I
I would
got
like a privilege where I don't go to jail for stupid shit.
You don't have to work. You can,
Well, I've been to jail before, so.
I know lots of people who don't work and just live off the state.
you have the privilege of starving to death.
No. Just quit everything and go get welfare.
You got to get pregnant first.
What about the
I'm
whole
not
tomorrow?
illegal, so I cannot get welfare in California.
You're talking like politicians, police, and firefighters and stuff like that? Leave off the state?
Here, I'm gonna unmute this dude Schwamp.
Schwamp?
No.
Yeah. No.
Schwamp.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Maybe it's
You're allowed to do it. Go ahead, India.
Well, no one could stop me, so yeah, of course I'm allowed. I'm just debating. So Schwamp.
Schwamp.
Apparently he's just here to ease her up.
Yep.
He's a silent troll. We should just boot him now.
I'll just mute him again. Noah Boats.
I was about to say Noah Boats. Who's that?
I don't know.
What about dude?
I'll unmute him.
Let's go for it.
Noah Boats. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Noah Boats, are you a globe earther? You flat earther?
At least say hi so we know that you're not a troll.
Hi.
Hi. What's up? Don't worry, we're not going to hurt you.
Yet.
We have teeth, not fangs.
Speak for yourself.
As long as you don't go full retard, you won't be hurt.
What, some people don't have teeth?
Meme, did you listen to that video that Wolfgang posted?
No, what video is this?
The sex robot video from yesterday?
No, post it.
Oh my god. Oh man, it's an admin mods. I'll post it in here though. It's hilarious. Like you can't believe how bad this Gober is.
Is this the one with the neighbor being a robot?
Yeah.
Dude, I got
you heard it?
a piece of that when it was happening. I was mad because I had to get off. I was like, I gotta listen to this whole thing.
Oh man, he recorded it. This is great. This is some good stuff, man. This shows you like the absurd intellectual dishonesty of Gobers. Here, I should actually play it. Is the bot in here? Is the Groovy bot in here? Yes,
yeah.
It is.
It says it's age restricted. Might not play it because it says it's age restricted, so only can play on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Darn.
Sounds like.
Well, I'll give you the brief synopsis. Crypto asks some baller if he caught his girlfriend cheating on. If he walked in on his girlfriend cheating on someone, would she be not cheating on somebody if she had a model? And he turned it into some weird, like, well, if she was a robot, and I only thought it was her, it's total insanity. Like he couldn't say that, like that is not a valid explanation to to explain away somebody cheating on somebody. Like
then he said, "I think they fell."
Oh, with the fell part. That was so hilarious. Yeah. That's the part where I walked in at.
Bong is like, let me spread some brain cells. I hope you got a big bank account. There's a little background music to it too, so it's pretty fun to listen to. It's like, wow. So yesterday, I had a Gober and Bobby say that his uncle is an astronaut, and they FaceTimed while he was on the International Space Station with an iPhone. Then, what did the other guy say? The other bullshit artist liar was he said the gold model explains seasons perfectly. So then I asked him to explain how it snows in Tasmania in January, and he started talking about hydrology or something.
Oh, I just heard the first 56 seconds of this.
Dude, it's funny, huh? Oh, I wish I could play it.
I don't see why we couldn't play. I mean, both mine and Miggy's streams are marked as not made for children.
Yeah, no, but the video itself is marked as age restricted.
Okay, well, he does age restricted 18, and I just do not made for children. So yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah, but now they put a new gate on it, so you have to provide ID to play the video.
No, I think he made it 18 and up, meaning is notice is age restricted video requested by uploader. In other words, the whoever uploaded it just made it.
Oh, okay, I see. Maybe we can get him to change it.
Yeah, but they also updated that.
Let's talk to Drace. Let's talk to MacGyver and see if we can get him to change
Look,
it.
I'll just download it and upload it to my channel, and I won't put it age restricted.
Yeah, I can do that too.
He's the kind of person you would send to get a bucket of steam, and he would actually go try and get a bucket of steam. He'll start asking around.
That's the type of guy that forgets the recipe for ice cubes.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm go ahead and download it and re-upload it.
Hey, play it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The funny, they call us cult. Flat Earth's a cult. Like, dude, listen to this guy. Anyone that is like twisting their brain like that is in a cult. Like, they are brainwashed to the point where they can't even admit basic things.
Did we find the curve yet?
That would be a negative.
Fine. I check back every day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was measured, I mean, it turns out that it's 0 inches per mile squared.
Well, then you measured probably a flat, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
If your R equals 0, then it's flat.
You can have the radius of a flat coin or a pizza.
Well, even a pizza isn't flat. It has a crust that's larger than the rest of it, doesn't it?
But the radius would still be
Depends on the kind of
radius.
pizza.
That would be a stuffed crust.
Are we living? We don't live on.
There's never enough cheese, right? I need cheese crust too.
Yes.
Maybe that's what they're hiding in the Antarctic.
Why don't you just fill the crust with pepperoni pizza too while you're at it?
I think they had that. They had that.
I'm almost sure that they've actually done that. Yeah, pepperoni cheese filled crust. Yeah.
And you put a stuffed crust pepperoni pizza inside the crust of a pepperoni stuffed crust,
and then make it a calzone.
Globe logic is fun. Nostalgia.
Okay, I got the video. I'm about to upload it. It's not long.
Noah Boats, you're up on deck.
You can play the latest
What
song
is this
I made.
video you're talking about? I just jumped in.
You
And I
niggas are so dumb. Shut the fuck up.
It's
You
the- it's
bitches. Fuck you. 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 Fuck you.
Oh, that's so
Smart.
nice. Oh man,
Perfect.
Who was that?
Hey, show us the curve, bro.
The little kid that just learned to swear.
Yeah, he learned a new swear word by his friends.
He was going to swear earlier, but his mom was in the room, so he had to wait for her to run out. So that's why he said those swears so fast.
Like this.
You guys got it?
Guys, he just said a bad language word.
Oh no!
Fuck me, fuck you, fuck.
Does that mean the globe is true?
Yes.
Must be.
Little shit.
It really does. It means the globe is true. I've been watching freaking Family Feud videos, like clips. Freaking Steve Harvey is hilarious, man. And it just, I don't know. I just kind of got addicted to it lately. Just watching clips of Family Feud with Steve Harvey. Some people, some of the dumb answers they give, it's just hilarious.
Isn't there a Flat Earth episode of that?
I don't know. I haven't seen any yet. And I've watched hundreds of clips now, so I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything about it. Yeah, it's videos.
Yeah,
on.
there is.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. I'll post it real quick.
Cool. God dang it.
Noah Boats. Did you find the curve, or are you flat earther now? How'd that work out for you? Maybe he's looking up more bad words.
His avatar is a monkey.
Of course it is.
McDonald. That works at McDonald.
Oh. He's not old enough
Good
to work
job.
at McDonald's.
You know, McDonald's.
Monkey? A McMonkey. Yeah.
Everything that McDonald's sells has a chemical known in the state of California to cause cancer. If you go to the McDonald's that's in San Bernardino, California, there's a wall that lists every item, and every item is on the menu, including the bread and the French fries. It's called thermal coloring.
Yeah, I heard KFC is I heard their nuggets are gonna be artificial. Like they're not even.
They have
Going
been
to be?
since the beginning of
Have
time.
been. Yeah.
Don't they just have like a gigantic industrial blender and they just push the chickens into it and it like squeezes them out at the bottom into little nugget shapes?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not chicken. It's not chicken. It's synthesized. Like, you know.
Well, I don't
they
eat foul
make it.
things.
I mean, they just make it, like out of stuff.
You don't even think
Plastic.
there's any chicken in it?
They print it. They 3D print it. Yeah, or something.
It's 3D printed. Gross.
Yeah, they like strips. They like thin strips, right? And then they layer it, and it becomes this texture. And then they add food color, everything tastes.
Hey, you're gonna have to post a video for that one, Bong.
No, please
Oh,
don't.
man.
Yeah.
What part of the chicken is a nugget?
Man, Japan's been turning like poop into steak for a while. Now. So like 2000, like what? 13?
I want a poop steak sandwich.
like
Pretty gross, bro.
Bill Gates would drink it.
Well, Bill Gates
bro.
is buying up
That's-
all the farmland. Why would he
you
do
gotta
that?
make
He's a
food in
nerd.
space, bro.
All right, let's see if this link works. I think I got it uploaded now. Let me try it. Dash P.
Let me ask you a question, Paggis. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you got home and, I don't know, your wife is banging the next door neighbour. Yeah. Do you think it would be sufficient if your wife said, oh, I've got a model that explains how I didn't cheat on you?
So, technically,
yes or no?
Most likely.
Why is it whenever I ask Lopez yes or no questions, I never get a yes or no answer?
Because the world isn't that simple.
He's about to explain how technically his wife could come up with a model that may be possible, and he'd have to consider it.
It could. One possibility.
Either yes or no.
But it isn't a yes or no answer.
Are you serious? You're saying that your wife can construct a model to explain how she didn't cheat on you after she banged the next door neighbour?
Yes.
This is the level of sophistry we're dealing with.
So, let me tell you this. My wife, let's say...
seriously, you're going to justify this?
My wife went on Amazon and she found this amazing new thing, which can... A sex robot.
This is the ultimate cookery, my friend.
You're not, but you guys are not letting him finish. I'll finish for him, though. Because he's talking about sex robots. Hold on. But here's the conclusion of his argument. The next door neighbor has been proven to be a sex robot and is not a human being. That is thing. Because no, that's not our next door neighbor. That's a sex robot that lives next door. Clearly, if your wife is banging the next door neighbor, she objectively cheated on you. The end. There's no model that can explain that away. Fuck it off.
I think his wife is banging the next door neighbor right now.
Probably. She's probably sick of his obfuscation. She's like, are you going to have sex with me tonight or not? And he's like, well, technically I could, maybe, possibly, maybe I could build a model. And then she's like, fuck it, I'm going to just sing it. Can you construct a model to explain away the fact that your wife banged the next door neighbor?
Yes.
Target, quickly, tell us what you imagine that model might be.
So one possible model that it might be is that, she went onto Amazon and there was one dude who has invented this new sex robot who conveniently looked like the next door neighbor. It was like an exact replica. But then she buys it, she gets it, and she's having sex with the sex robot. Then I enter the door. Then I enter the room. And I see she's banging something which resembles and is in every way looking exactly like the neighbor. So,
I mean, this is what they call in America the good old college try, right?
So then look. But when I am looking at the thing, then I see, she's banging something. It could then be the sex robot, but it could also be the next door neighbor who just walked over and is banging her. And like, there's no way there's a difference. Like when I enter the room, both possibilities are true. But as you said, which one is more likely? Yes, more likely that my wife banged the next door neighbor. But there's a small, very, very small possibility that it was the sex robot. But then I go over and I look at if the next door neighbor is in his house, and then I see, oh no, he's not at home. Oh, yes, this model is false. Then I have proven that model was false.
You enter that room, and what you see is your neighbor banging your wife, and you're like, holy smokes, it's my neighbor banging my wife. And then that moment goes through your mind when you're like, wait a minute, there might be an explanation for this. And you start thinking about Amazon, you start going through the price range, you start thinking, how much money does my wife have? Is that even possible? But for that initial view, you'd be thinking, well, I'm going to be going with what I see. And what I see is that my neighbor's banging my wife. So that would be the logical assumption at that point, wouldn't it? No, what Occam's razor? It looks like your neighbor. Whether or not you think it's some high-tech sex doll from Japan, it looks like your neighbor. So you're going to be thinking, oh, that's my neighbor. And then it might come into your head, but, oh wait, my wife, she's kind of loaded, she was really looking into those sex dolls, there's a small possibility. But the most logical assumption would be what you observe directly, which is your neighbor, right?
So, you can actually just verify whether it's a sex robot. You can just go up to it and go, oh, here's a battery. Or, oh no, it's a human.
So, what I am observing when I enter the room, if I start with that is not actually, I don't observe my neighbor. I observe something which looks like my neighbor. I observe something which looks like a flatter.
Something that it is a robot.
When you get please, like, I can't convince the whole sentence.
Sorry, does that mean that when you wake up in the morning, you see whoever you live with in your house, you go, well, that's not actually them. It looks like them, but that could be something else entirely. Is that how you think?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
So, any talk of robots is stupid. No one ever mentioned robot in the example. I know that because I gave the example. There are no robots. Let's leave the robots to one side.
And
I'm sorry, man.
You sound like one of those people that, like, even if you walked into the room and neighbor was banging out your wife and you realized it wasn't a sex robot, you'd be like, well, the neighbor would be like, well, I'm sorry, man, I just fell. And somehow I just happened to wind up inside her. And you'd be like, oh, shit, that makes sense. Yeah, we can make a model for that. That makes sense to you.
I'll have to get that step from the front door removed so it doesn't happen again.
Oh, yes, that is true. I agree with that statement.
Brother man, you need to go get your man card back. I don't know where it went.
This would have been much easier for you if you'd have just said at the start, you know what, yeah, if there was a dude banging my wife, I'd be pissed. This would have been over 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is an area fallacy.
But I'm trying to explain my point.
I think it's to be fair to Pagas, we should let him explain how the neighbor could be a sex doll when he gets shipped off.
Robots fucking exist, and we've experienced them.
There be another model, then we know the old model was wrong. Give him a new model.
Wait, this I need to get for Pagas, right? You check the battery is not there, it is a human. Now you're saying there's potentially another model, could you tell me what that model would be?
So then that model could be like, oh yeah, he fell. He fell and that's what I decided. So, yes. But,
it's not even Italian!
Pagas, so he fell.
He just repeated exactly what I said.
Pagas, I need to be serious. What is this other model? After you check the battery pack, it's not a battery pack. What's the model that could explain it?
I think your example, as you said, was very good with the folly. But then I look, what is most probable? What is the most likely? And I say, oh, it's very unlikely that they fell and that happened. So therefore, I choose to believe and I choose to use the model which is the most likely, which is that my wife banged the next door neighbor, and therefore I am the more can't know that she's objectively having sex with the man next door.
Wait a minute. We can, because we verified it.
No, but the verifying, there might be another explanation.
What the fuck are you talking about? We verified it. We checked that the battery pack isn't there. We checked that the penis is in the vagina. It happened. Yeah?
Yeah.
But
and now we're constructing a model to make the cheating go away.
So the fundamental way of what I am saying is that I can't technically give you an exact model, because the whole premise of this is that it is something which is beyond my understanding, beyond my knowledge. It could have been, like say, an otherworldly, all-powerful being like a demon or something, which then altered the visions and my memory as well as my wife's.
Now you can't see evil demons, right? Okay.
And then we look. Oh, this monster. It's an explanation. It's actually likely, but it's very unlikely. It's extremely unlikely.
Yeah,
therefore we don't focus on
Go ahead. Pagus, you're embarrassing yourself now.
Hey, Pagus, I just have one question, okay? Very simple.
Go ahead, please.
Do you believe there is such a thing as objective reality?
No.
There you go, folks.
That's it.
Yes, I believe there is, but I don't believe we can't figure it out.
Bro. Dude, are you objectively on Discord right now talking to us?
I can't actually know that. And this Ron said,
you're a psycho.
Well, then you can't objectively know if I mute you. So, I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, that's a good place to put a pause on that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And really...
Yeah, I need to go ahead and plug that into my video thing and just put all those GIFs that we were posting. With the sex robots and shit. We got to do it.
Next time you ask that question to somebody, say you walk in and your wife is banging the next door neighbor, and as soon as you walk in, the next door neighbor jumps up out of bed and dives through the window to go back to his house. Obviously not a robot. Yeah. Just add that little jumps out of bed and runs away.
Sure, but that wasn't his point.
No, I get it, but I mean, just to avoid all of this robot nonsense, just say that it was clearly a human that ran away from us, so we can skip that. Nonsense.
I'm not sure that would have helped.
Oh, no shit.
No,
He would have come up with some other
Wow.
But yeah, I just need. I'm gonna take that audio and make a bunch. I'm gonna put a bunch of GIFs on top of the video, so I'm gonna make a video with all those GIFs.
That was beautiful.
That's
I
hilarious.
love it when a meltdown goes there, when it gets that bad.
Yeah, me too.
That's the best.
He was pretty determined to add the sex robot. I don't know if he could.
I would like the music to be a little bit softer so you can hear the audio better.
There's a version without music on there.
Well, I mean, I have it on my channel, but I guess I can pull that and then. But I want that music. Well, to be honest, I can just get a hold of MacGyver and say, "Hey, man, can you make another version real quick and just turn the music down?" He probably already has it on his computer.
Farmaster version 2, niggers. You autistic monkeys, niggers, bitches like you. Forgot a pussy, cut off your dick and carry.
God, here we go.
Your mommy leave the house.
No more than
your mommy leave.
Version 2, niggers. Farmaster version 2. Farmaster version 2. Farmaster version 2. Farmaster version 2. Niggers.
Do you think that anyone here is bothered by any of those words?
Do you think anyone cares?
You're in a server.
I
muted him and then he left.
No, it sounds great, man. It was like a music, like a rapping. Can you leave him?
Sounded like a Texas auctioneer.
We need to make a beat out of that. My mommy's gone. My mommy's gone.
Well, I muted him, but yeah, maybe we want him back. That was pretty talented.
I would like to hear someone go through all the racial slurs like a Texas auctioneer.
That would be funny, man.
I can't even do it without laughing.
I don't get the comedy size. Like they say one word and they start like giggling.
I don't know. Kids are kids.
When you're trying to read something.
It's like too many people are offended these days. So I actually want to hear everyone be offended all at the same time. Wouldn't it be really like this great talent to, like, within a certain phrase, just to offend every single person that you can think of?
But shouldn't he have been in like one of those liberal servers or something? Like one of those Democratic servers or something. That would go well. What is he doing here? They're like, okay.
Oh my God! Everybody report him.
Well, it's like if you're gonna troll here, you better be funny. That's all it is.
like the Knights who say "me."
To be fair, the way he pulled it off was kind of funny though.
Yeah, well, I muted him, but at the same time, I think he was about to leave anyway.
He was in the lobby trying to like pretend like he was trying to get in here to.
Because as soon as I muted him, he
I was
left.
just waiting for him to so I can ban him.
I thought he was just singing the lyrics to a DMX song.
What was he saying? Fart Master 2? What's Fart Master 2?
Just laughing while reading
No, I can't even remember the name of it because I muted it, and then as soon as I muted him, he left. So I can't even remember the name of the person I muted. I just saw he was the one doing it. So, anyway,
am I missing the Fart Master 1?
Yeah, where's Fart Master 1? That sounds like a cool name.
Riding on eggshells.
Yeah, what's up?
Is he back?
Hey, how you doing, man?
You're back.
Did you hear that conversation? Did you hear that what we just played? Riding on eggshells? Did you hear that?
Robot sex. Yeah, you played me the robot sex doll thing the other day.
Isn't it great?
Okay, yeah.
Very funny.
Pretty interesting.
Doesn't he sound like he's in some kind of cult?
That's your brother?
Cognitive dissonance.
I think it's just that it sounds like, although he got lured into a rather silly conversation, it sounds like he shares a similar view to me, which is just about.
Is it like? Are you still beating your wife?
No, he made a silly conversation.
Yeah.
The question was real.
The end gives it away. The end gives it away.
Yeah.
It was his state of mind allowed him to be lured into that because he gave it away in the end. He doesn't believe in objective reality.
Yeah, well, I think it sounded like he then clarified that to say he believes objective reality exists, but that we are sort of ill-equipped to accurately perceive it. So do you have
eyes and ears and hair follicles and equilibrium? We're actually pretty well equipped. If you weren't well equipped to experience reality, you'd be dead.
Depends what.
Yeah, but then, what hurts my brain is that we were just having a conversation about how experimentally there is no such thing as objective reality. So now I'm just confused.
Experimentally, there's no such thing as objective. You got to explain to me what you mean by that. I don't know.
I mean, I might be wrong, but what wasn't that conversation about?
You talking about the quantum eraser thing?
The problem
are we talking about the quantum eraser with if something is not being rendered because it's not there, or the tree's not there, something like that?
The problem with denying objective reality is that you can't objectively deny it. That would be an absolute.
See what I'm saying? I don't.
The person who says reality is not objective has to know that that's an objectively true statement, and it can't be. So the whole idea of whether it's solipsism or nihilism or whatever is logically incoherent and invalidates itself.
All right, so you know what? I'm just going to accept that objective reality is, for all intents and purposes, I fucking know that I'm standing here and shit. I
mean,
I don't know. I'm so confused.
Are you talking about the quantum enigma thing?
Yeah, I guess so. It was
if the tree falls, if the tree falls, it's not. The tree's not even in there. The tree's not even there, or whatever.
I can objectively say that we are real, but what reality is, what it's made of, how it manifests, I could never tell you that. But the reality is that we experience it.
Sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with it.
So if you say everything is
when someone says it's, there is no objective reality, like how do I separate what they mean from what it really means?
You just give them some lithium and tell them to avoid crowds after that.
So
you're checking them into a mental asylum.
If you say everything is subjective, that's objective, right? So it's like a paradox.
It's a paradox.
You're changing the meaning of what someone's saying in order to make
Well,
it
the
sound.
statement that everything is subjective is an objective statement. So
Right,
what?
but I haven't said that. I didn't hear that chap say that. Although he did say a
Or
variety of weird
relative.
things.
Well, what I'm bringing up has nothing to do with whatever you just heard. So chill out.
Right. Okay.
Are you picking up what I'm laying down?
I'll pick you up if you lay down.
I'm smelling.
All right, it's a date at 8.
It's going up.
I mean, for me, the quantum enigma thing kind of makes me think of it being a like virtual reality kind of thing. Well, some kind of simulation type.
Bro, that's what I thought. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, and I think that doesn't make any sense because let's say whether or not we believe, let's say a new species of, let's say of spider, that new species exists, doesn't mean it's not there. We just haven't been aware of it or discovered it.
Right.
But you know what's weird? I don't know if this has anything to do with that, but you know how people break world records all the time? So it's like it's something that's seemingly an impossible feat. And then all of a sudden, once somebody breaks the record, there's a whole bunch of people shattering the whole record. Like it's just a thing. Whereas before it was impossible.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know.
It hasn't been rendered yet.
I'm trying.
Hold on.
Elijah's 2 sheets going on 3.
Right on eggshells. Can you explain Mimes Strollin's the Glowbird model because he doesn't get it yet?
Do what now?
Right on eggshells.
Meme
He's
doesn't
gonna
get the Glowbird
explain. He's gonna explain us the objective reality of the Glowbird.
Objective reality to who?
The objective.
To Mimes.
But see, even if this wasn't an objective reality, I still don't experience that in my simulation or whatever.
Right.
It's not even.
Are you here, Elijah? Live?
If reality is subjective, anything is possible. You guys could all just be like schizophrenic fever dream I'm having.
That's some of the idea.
You can be all softwares now speaking.
Anybody know where this place is at?
What's that writing?
That's some of the. I think what you guys are expressing is some of the idea of that. If we aren't able to show that we are not in similar to kind of logic you guys would use about the flat Earth, if we're not able to show reliably that we are not in a simulation or something, then it would be very hard to say anything about the structure of reality. That would be meaningful or objective.
My beef with the simulation
would be a better position to hold skepticism towards all claims.
Yeah, well, Zeteticism. But my beef with the simulation is that it is an idea that has evolved out of our experience with technology that we created.
Yeah.
So there's like some anthropomorphizing of reality with what we've made.
I agree with that.
Sure. Yeah, and it's similar
remember
to,
we
like,
were having this conversation. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I know it's not completely.
Somebody pointed out that like if you go back in time, you hear old theories of life
as a dream,
like the mind. They kind of match the technology of the era. So not that long ago, people were like, oh, maybe you could build a working, thinking human out of steam. And nowadays we'd be like, that's ridiculous. But nowadays, there's billionaires in California who are spending extraordinary amounts of money to attempt to sort of upload their consciousness, thinking that will allow them to live forever, which I think is
5 million homeless people, and all they care about is escape.
Yeah, because they have this
Yeah.
new idea of how they can reach immortality because computers are basically magic nowadays, and should
Yeah, because of
move
that,
on to
we
quantum
have
computing or biological computing and evolve.
we have Lance, we have Zoom. Before people were thinking that ships going before was thinking because what I was watching Horizon, I was thinking that ships going over the horizon. But now today we have modern technology, and we can zoom and we can see that there is no curve.
I think that just people think that quantum enigma stuff is, has some legitimacy, or that you live in a simulation kind of shit. I think that's just attributed to anxiety. Bro. It's just that's all I think.
Is it simulation? Like the data that we have about the stars, people used to navigate using the stars. Just having that data because I think simulation has something to do with divination. Whether you have the data to predict the future or you have information, so I think that's what this is all about is trying to.
I've heard people teasing simulation to explain why we don't see Earth curvature. I mean, I've literally had people try and say, like, well, maybe that's just because it presents it to us because we're in a simulation, and so while we're here in this region, it's just the map is flat.
Nope. The problem with that is, see, whether it's a game, a simulation, or whatever, it's always done. It's never done with a ball. Like I've only played one video game like that, and it was the shittiest game.
Kerbal.
It was a level of a game, and I hated
Kerbal,
that level because it made no sense.
Kerbal, when they first started Kerbal Space game, when you take off, it wasn't until you got to like 60,000 feet that the flat map below you disappeared and it reloaded a globe map.
A simulation is a misnomer because what is the creation cannot be simulating something. Otherwise, it would have to be simulating another creation. Our simulations are simulations of creation.
Right.
The simulation theory, as far-fetched as it may well be, is that we are a thing that can simulate things, and we don't have any reason to believe that should be a unique thing for us. So unless somebody can invoke some sort of explanation why a simulated creation could not also simulate another creation, you could just end up with this cascading realities that go from a base reality.
In fact, they have books about that.
That seems over-intellectualized.
Sure, it may well be. It's all it is a thought experiment. So that's absolutely.
Well, I think isn't that what an experiment is as well? A simulation of a scaling up and down of a.
You can run experiments inside of a simulation, but they only have to do with the simulation itself. So, like, let's say I'm playing Skyrim and I find a bug. Well, my first job is to try and recreate the bug, and I try all these different things until I single out the independent variable which causes the bug. And that's how speedruns are formed in games. And so in some ways, simulations only came about because we understand that in order for something to be enjoyable and immersive, it has to represent reality. And so we put things into the game like, physics. We created physics systems and all this stuff in a three-dimensional world, but they have bugs. And so we have to figure them out, and we do it kind of in the same methodology.
Right. I mean, lots of things, if you get down into it, lots of things are simulation. Car crash tests are simulations of real tests. They might use real cars, but they are still simulating what might happen out on the street. And we use them to get data that might be useful in reality. It's not always going to map perfectly.
What may happen.
Exactly.
But to the whole map thing where you go up 60,000 feet and all of a sudden they switch out the flat map with the curved map, that's still not the same as, as soon as you leave the ground, the earth is turning underneath you and there's all these other things going. It's still never simulated the way it's supposed to work,
Where is it not simulated the way it's supposed to work?
No, I'm saying in video games, like you would expect the ground to be moving underneath you once you leave the floor. Like
I
if I
wouldn't
was,
know.
I mean, I know
There's
you
a-
already don't agree with
Yeah.
that because that's not how any of us experience
Elijah,
reality.
if you
think
play Space Engineers when they do that, it turns your computer into a brick. The processing power is when they start doing multiple moving things and they're giant. Like if you're playing Space Engineers and you're flying from one planet to the next, it like eats up all of your processing power. So
Right.
it's not practical. It's not practical to use spherical surfaces
simulation
in
with
games.
every new element that you want to include in your simulation, it will increase it in complexity. And if that new element that you're introducing, be it gravity or wind or whatever, interacts with any other
The new element is the sun will be the center. The new element is that the sun will be the center, right? Because this is a perfect example from the Ptolemy to Copernicus. Remember, it was geocentric, and the path of the planets were perfect circle, and then to turn it into a heliocentric model, he had to ecliptic, make it oval, the path, in order for it to fit. Is that not a simulation? Is that not the same thing we were just talking about, like trying to fit the data to this new model?
Sorry. So when they started trying to simulate or do the maths to explain
Copernicus,
the planet,
Copernicus,
right, had to change the maths to so they
had to change the paths of the planets from a perfectly circle to an ecliptic path, like an oval shape instead of a perfectly circle. So it went from geocentric, where the Earth was the center, and this was the model. But then to bring it over to the heliocentric model, where the sun is the center, this was the change you had to make in order for the model to be approved, which is the model that we have today. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, I should watch Mandela Effect from Charlie Hofer. It's about simulation theory.
It could well be, but I mean that could be the sign of somebody just fudging the data to get it where he needs it to be, but it also could be exactly what you do with the simulation, which is you build it, then observe, see what you should observe, then go and test that against reality. If that doesn't line up, you then go back to the simulation and tweak it.
That's the only thing that had to work. That's the only thing that had to work in order for the model to be approved, because everything else can be explained away, right? It was just these things because we can see it in the sky and we work with it. So that's the only thing that had to work, were the motions of the objects in the sky, the sun, moon, and stars.
Right. Yeah, I happily take your word for that. I don't know much about.
You can read about it. I read about it. It's everywhere on the internet. It's what do you call it? Common knowledge.
Has anybody watched that movie, The Mandela Effect? I just posted the trailer.
I'll send you a book. I send everybody. I think I already sent it.
And I always mention when simulation comes up that if anyone likes that idea, you should read The Game by Terry Scott. One of the best series I've ever read. I really liked it.
I don't really think that the simulation theory is right. I think it's sort of an interesting thought experiment at most. The only reason I brought it up is because it's arguments like that make me go, oh, it seems rational to doubt even my own senses. It seems rational to be doubtful of anything. Things scientists say, things priests say, things flat earthers say, everybody, because we don't have an objective way, because the simulation theory is unfalsifiable, then what I like to do is hold that it could be true while thinking it's almost definitely probably not. If that makes sense.
I'm not opposed to thought experiments. Just, I used to be far more imaginative.
Wouldn't that be a simulation itself? A thought experiment?
Yeah.
Arguably almost everything is like, not everything, but arguably a vast amount of what we do. Spreadsheets are quite often simulations of what our company is going to earn next year. you looking at and going, can I think I cross the road before that car comes? You're running a little simulation in your head, sort of trying to calculate speeds and velocities. So arguably everything is, and so we can the simulation argument goes that
is it a purely thought driven, or is there reliable data that's been gathered over the years to create variables that you can add in or take out of like spreadsheets? Like say you project something based on a certain trend that you already know. So there's some practical knowledge that was gained in order to make those simulations, right?
Well, arguably every simulation that is what the quality of a simulation rests on.
Yeah.
Every
yeah. Because otherwise you would have no market value.
Yeah, you'd just be like, "What's just a shit simulation?" That's what I would argue is people who have poor social skills just have shitty social simulators in their head. So they go, "Oh, this will be funny," and they say it, and it's not. Or, this person likes me and will like me if I do this.
That is a great description. That's a great description of like Asperger's. You know that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. That actually is a great description of it.
Well, isn't it also why they for it? Isn't it also why they call it wonder? Wonder. That's the word I think of. Wonder.
That's where I'm at. I'm back in a state of wonder.
I wonder.
Yeah. It's good, and that's some of to like bring it back to where we started with the do we believe that we perceive objective reality? I think a simulation is strongest not just based on what we were just saying, which is does it update and regularly get good data from the world around it, but does it also have variables you can tweak so much that it can hold a lot of different possibilities within it? So in my mind, I try to hold, even just with my language, because I think language is also a thing you could say as a simulator. If in my language I can hold that every possibility might be true, then I need to move away from using words like proof and know things and go into a realm.
It's your senses. It always comes down to your senses, and what your senses are giving you, is your eyes are giving you an image of the bird, right? It's not the real bird. It's the image of the bird, of the real thing. But then if you and I see the same image of the bird, then the bird is objectively there. Just like
I think there could be cases
the curvature, just like the ball. If the ball was, because we have a dimension, right? So if we both see that it's not there, then we can agree that it's objectively not there. You said that
history, if we believe, I call it the dancing sun or something like this, where somebody was standing in square somewhere and they're looking up at the sun.
It is rude to interrupt, but you said it's like a mass delusion, but instead of the curvature being a mass delusion, you started off with I disagree, which means you're flipping it to be the other.
No, sorry, I'm not disagreeing about the curvature. I'm just, what I'm saying is I disagree that sorry, maybe I should start with where I agree. What I would agree is if I see something and it appears to be a certain way and I turn around and I go, "Hey, Bong, do you see that same thing?" And you go, "Oh yeah, it looks that way to me." That would be pretty strong evidence. That would be very.
Yeah, it's not a sex robot.
But the difference would be, I would say there do appear to be recorded cases where
I don't know if we will agree that we see the same thing, right? Because you've got these questions. I mean, we're seeing the same thing, but you're questioning what we're both seeing, right? That's called hallucinating. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Reality is us experiencing the same hallucination. That's what reality is. It's called being awake, right?
Well, check this out, though. If you're looking across the ocean and you see a flat level horizon, if you're standing next to me and we're seeing the same thing, and you say that's the curvature of the Earth, and I'm saying, who told you that? Or are you just making it up yourself? That's that's something. I mean, whatever. Neither one of us are hallucinating. You're just making a presupposition about what the horizon is.
Yeah. He's not accepting what he is seeing. He's not accepting the information, the data that the sense of sight is giving your brain.
All right,
you're not accepting that as
sure. So we're standing at that point. We're standing on on the beach, right? Like right next to the ocean, you know, almost toes touching the ocean.
Mm.
And then we go and into a tall building, and we both look at the horizon. Still looks flat. A flat level stationary, and a flat level horizon from east to west or whatever direction you're looking, left to right. Still looks flat.
Check. Yep.
So where's this curvature? I mean, if it was curvature when you're standing on the shore of an ocean, and then you're 1,000 foot above the ground, and you still see a level horizon, where's this curvature that you assumed when you were standing next to me when we were there?
Great question. Don't know.
Yeah. So the hardware is working fine, right? So it's probably the software that's not right?
It's I think it's an issue of scale. I think if I asked, I heard this interesting thing in the this guy.
Cameras line. Listen. Why are cameras not? Why do we rely on cameras? Why don't we say we can't rely on cameras?
I
why
want
are
him
cameras
to say,
reliable?
Hold on, Bong. I want him to say why the issue with scale between standing from 6 feet above eye level to 1,000 feet above. Why would scale matter? It still looks flat
like to me. I heard these very cool videos from.
We're just gonna get back to measurement.
I know. I just want to
go,
say
guys.
it.
I gotta go. I'll come back later.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. All right. See, I wanted him to say why he thought it like scale mattered at that.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. This is
like, oh, really? Is it? That was good. That was unexpected.
So let's go 35,000 feet, and it still looks flat. He already knows where this is going. So he's been here before.
You weren't ready. They didn't tell you. They did not tell you.
Anyway. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna take this that sex robot thing, and I'm gonna grab a bunch of those GIFs that we were posting earlier and make a real video out of it with GIFs, sex robot GIFs and shit, like robots and stuff.
Well, he wanted to explore sex robots, right? Like the idea of
sure. I mean, you can make up anything.
The argument.
It's like, everything's subjective, bro. You can't really tell. That's why I was leading him down the path. All right, so you can't see the curve from the ground. Now you can't see the curve from 1,000 feet. Now you can't see the curve in an airplane. Now you can't. I mean, that's as high as you can go, as a citizen of Earth. Is about in commercial flight. So yeah, it's about as much as up there as we're gonna see.
I'm sick as tired of the same fucking people. Every fucking day, we hold their fucking hand, we take them out there. Fuck that, like it's the same person. You know what I mean? Like over and over and over again. It's just like
that's all right. Well, I mean, he figured, he figured out when it's like I got other shit to do. I'll see you guys later. Whatever, he figured it out. It's like because he's already been down this path several times, so it doesn't matter.
Some people like
he might have had something else to do anyway, but I'm not just saying. I'm not saying he just ducked out because arguments were becoming too hard to handle. He's already been through this. Yeah, he's already been through this.
Talk about friggin' My Little Pony and Narnia and shit. Like what?
Yeah, that's right, chocolate.
Is this a man or a woman? Well, I don't know. It could be a robot. Why would you think that?
That's why when people start talking about the horizon and they're kind of ignorant, it's like, all right, so let's stop the conversation. What do you think? Do you think the horizon is the curvature of the Earth? And if they say yes, then dude, we have somewhere to start, So let's take a look at this. So you think the horizon is the curvature of the Earth? Dude, they're giving us a starting point, bro. Then we could easily move into the Black Swan from there. Whether or not they're going to get it or anything.
I mean, if you came to my class every day, right, and I had to teach you the same thing every day, and you did not learn that one, first, like how to write A, right, and you don't learn over a whole month, it's like, I don't know, man, I don't think this is for you. Have you ever considered like learning how to type, or something like that? It's like, maybe this isn't for you.
Well, to be honest, most people it's not for them. They don't think it's important. Apparently, no.
It's a nice way of saying.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. That most people that believe in the globe Earth are religious people, and they can't even realize how important it is. So that's kind of frustrating for us that are. I mean, I would say religious people because they go to church and they follow a certain
what you mean is Christians, because that's it.
No, it's not just Christians. It's not just Christians.
Yes,
and the Muslims as well.
That's not a good analogy. A better analogy would be like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, right?
The Quran has nothing. Says nothing about the world ground. The Quran says nothing about the world.
I know, but it's like people. Go ahead, Bone. Sorry, brother.
It's like a jiu-jitsu guy going to a Muay Thai guy, right? But he thinks jiu-jitsu is better than Muay Thai. But he's there like, hey, I want to learn Muay Thai. So the Muay Thai guy's trying to teach him Muay Thai. It's like, nah, man, I think this is better though. It's
but
like,
that's why you put them up against each other, and you have a exhibition of who's better, and that's what you do.
Well,
that's what you do.
He's not ready.
But that's what you do with Christianity and any other religion. You put them up against each other and see which one has more evidence to prove which is the truth.
I wouldn't do that,
but that's what you have to do. You have no choice because there's so many religions. You have to choose one. Okay, that's just what it comes down to. Or either you don't believe at all. You know what I'm saying? So
you can know there's a creator without having to believe in a religion.
No. I'm sorry. People try and say that shit, but no. I'm sorry.
Okay, then you're wrong, and I'm right.
He's not receptive. He's not receptive to the message. Like, it's more about mocking. Sorry,
religion is made by man. You don't have to follow like man's doctrine to believe that there's still a creator.
So
guys, y'all are talking past each other. I'll tell you why. Nobody's defined their terms yet.
Yeah.
When Fraud says religion, do you think he means mainstream religion? It may
I'm pretty sure I understood what he was saying. I think he was saying he actually said it. He said Christianity.
Yeah, because if you talk to a well-informed Christian, they're going to tell you that being a Christian is not a religious thing; it's a spiritual thing.
Sure.
In fact,
but
science is a religion.
That's the same thing as religion. Because spiritual can be any other spiritual form.
Religion is not the same thing as.
Listen, there is a way. If you believe in one God, like in anybody, any person that believes in one God, there is a way to worship that God. Whether you want to call it religion or not, that's what it is. Okay. If you believe in a sun God, there's things you have to do in order to bring your sun God for him to grant you riches or whatever the hell you want. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. I think that's more of a thing of religion. Like, I believe that there is a creator. I don't think that he requires me to worship him in any way.
It's not a requirement. See,
I don't need to go out of my way to worship the creator to know that there is a creator.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, this will go down deep rabbit holes if we can.
Yeah. Forward march.
We shall move on.
All right.
If you want, you can play my city song.
You know what I think? Okay, no, you said move on. Fuck it. All right.
Yeah, I know that point, Elijah. We're moving on.
You said this was a
we have a room for that. We have a room for
new
that.
Song. Can you post it in live stream text so I'll throw it in there and I'll add it to the bot upstairs, the radio.
Wait, is it brand new?
Just don't forget you're a pet.
Yeah, I just finished it today.
Sweet. A new Dre song. Sweet. Roll that shit out.
I'm going to bounce out, guys.
Yo. Drace. Trying something new this time.
I've got you right in my claws. I have written the laws to thunderous applause.
What?
Come, little girlfriend. Sketches are good, carefully. I've got you. Don't put your skin, just the energy within. So come.
Sounds like a Rothschild voice or some shit.
Let's begin. He's got you under your skin. Do you have the mark yet? It's about to begin. He's got you. Take it all on the chin, giving up on your kin while you're serving the kingpin. He's got you, his little secret king, nice, worshipping, believing the whole thing. He's got you living in sin, got you walking around with a dope-eyed grin.
We got you. The globe has been. Don't believe me, wrap your hat up in tin. I'm your Huckleberry Finn. It's about to begin the unraveling of your programming. We got you. The lies are built in. FE, the linchpin. The lie wearing thin. No curve or a spin. The globe cannot win. Belongs in the bin.
I've got you right in my claws. I have written the laws to thunderous applause. Come, little girlfriend. Sketches are good, carefully. I've got you. Don't put your skin, just the energy within. So come with me and see the crystal. Let's begin. He's got you under your skin. Do you have the mark yet? It's about to begin. He's got you. Take it all on the chin, giving up on your kin while you're serving the kingpin. He's got you, his little secret king, nice, worshipping, believing the whole thing. He's got you living in sin, got you walking around with a dope-eyed grin.
We got you. The globe has been. Don't believe me, wrap your hat up in tin. I'm your Huckleberry Finn. It's about to begin the unraveling of your programming. We got you. The lies are built in. FE, the linchpin. The lie wearing thin. No curve or a spin. The globe cannot win. Belongs in the bin.
He's got you under your skin. Do you have the mark yet? It's about to begin. Take it all on the chin, giving up on your kin while you're serving the kingpin. He's got you, his little secret king, nice, worshipping, believing the whole thing. He's got you living in sin, got you walking around with a dope-eyed grin.
We got you. The globe has been. Don't believe me, wrap your hat up in tin. I'm your Huckleberry Finn. It's about to begin the unraveling of your programming. We got you. The lies are built in. FE, the linchpin. The lie wearing thin. No curve or a spin. The globe cannot win. Belongs in the bin.
Dude,
Nice job.
Nice.
At first, like, I didn't expect the voices right off the bat, though. I'm like, what the fuck? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's what right. Yeah, Dark Crystal. It kind of reminded me that what are they called? The Skexy. Is that what they're called? Yeah, Skexy.
Dude, that was fucking awesome and funny as shit at the same time.
I mean, you guys watch the new Dark Crystal thing on Netflix, right? The Skexy. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it, man.
It's really good.
It is.
Yeah, the symbology is really apt for what we're going through today.
That's cool, man. When I heard it, I was just like, that sounds like one of the Rothschilds. It's like, I got this weird ass freaking. That's cool, bro.
No, that was a Gelf, the Skeksis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sketchy. That's cool. I like that, Drace. It's really cool.
Yo, your creativity is always, I love it, man. And you have an awesome rap voice.
Hey, Elijah, did you get that SKS then?
Yeah, the hell I did.
Did you upgrade it all the way?
Yes, the hell I did.
It's pretty badass upgraded.
Yo, that thing, man. 2-3 knocks to the chin. It's over. It's a nice fire rate too on the. I'm. You know what? Fuck work. I'm heading home right now. You want to play?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'll be home in like 30 minutes.
You guys still playing COD?
Yeah.
Also, yes, the hell it is. Also would have been a good response. How do you do mobile? How do you strafe and fire at the same time on mobile? Or are you using a?
I don't know. I use emulator
with a controller.
I tried it, and I can't do it. I just
tried it on.
I just don't really give a shit that much of a shit about it to spend too much time doing it. So you got
use a controller. If you can't play, you just can't play.
Yeah, I suck. I suck at it.
I can't. The whole point is mobile, so I'm not going to carry a controller around with me to play somewhere else.
That's the best part. It's like, well, you got fucking PlayStation 4 controller in your backpack. Whip that shit out. You know what I mean? You can play it wherever you want.
Okay. All right. If you have a backpack, I hear you. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I've always sucked at video games, so it's just like not even.
Yeah, I play it at home on the computer on emulator. So like
keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
That's ultimately the way to go. But I'm sitting here, I'm with my thumbs on my friggin' actual phone trying to play Call of Duty. I'm like, this is garbage. I can't do this.
Yeah.
It takes practice, though. I mean, I haven't done it that way, but I know some of the best players in the world on the game. That's the way they do it. They just have a tablet with their thumbs.
Wait, do you have a Bluetooth controller to your phone?
You can't go sideways
to play the app
and fire at the same time.
Oh, I don't know, man. They still freaking kick ass that way.
Yo, they're very good.
I don't give a shit.
They're the ones that play with their fingers can kick my ass any day. I don't know how they do it. I guess it's just something you get used to because they have no problems. Let me tell you, their aim is way better than mine.
With like the phone itself, like if they move the phone up, is it aiming? Like I can
yeah. Because there's gyro controls. There's gyro controls. They might be doing that. Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
But there's people, man. I've seen like Fortnite has more shit than just regular Call of Duty, just point and shoot. And there's kids that I've been seeing playing on iPads and shit. They're like nuts. They'll go up against computer players and just beat their ass.
What, with an iPhone?
Yeah, iPhone, iPads. Just fingers, and they stream this shit. You see them, man. They're going
exactly. They're just streaming. You see their fingers going, and I'm like, how are they so precise, man?
Citation needed.
Oh, matter of fact, I'll send it to you right now. Parker the Slayer is my favorite YouTuber. Parker the Slayer is the best in this shit, man. Yo, just watching him, my gameplay has gotten insane. Like, well, if I started telling you about the gameplay, you guys wouldn't understand.
Yeah, it'd be like talking about religion. So let's just. Anyway, but yeah.
So you're gonna be the party pooper now, huh?
Oh, so it's a party pooper gameplay, but you guys didn't want to talk about religion.
I did. That the meme was the party pooper then, but that's understandable.
Okay.
If this is something more enjoyable and you're stepping in to be the dad.
Wait,
all right,
what?
dad.
I'm the party pooper.
I really don't give a shit. I mean, maybe we should have a gamer section on here, where gamers can get and talk about this shit too. That could be fun too. Because
we do that in different channels. Like this was just meant to be a quick freaking thing.
No. It's
we're gonna just keep talking games.
I'm just fucking with you guys. Anyway, doesn't matter. Because I'm really jealous because I suck at gaming. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I like games,
so let me bring it back, right? So wasn't it Call of Duty that actually had a sniper mission where you had to take Coriolis into effect?
I think that was Battlefield. Like there was a Battlefield where
citation needed.
There was a Battlefield where supposedly you had to lead them. I don't think it had Coriolis, but it had wind speed and direction that you had to account for.
No, I think they actively say you have to take Earth's rotation into account. It's a whatever mile out, so you're going to have to take that into account.
Or you're talking like on a story, like a campaign mode mission.
Yeah.
What does it put into slow motion when you fire the bullet and it goes?
I do believe so. It's been
that's
the last time I played a Call of Duty game was probably Black Ops 2. Actually, I lied.
That was a long time ago.
That
was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Actually, I played a little bit of Call of Duty 3.
I played Black Ops, Call of Duty 3 Black Ops for a little bit, and that's when I was like, I probably shouldn't be playing video games because I suck at this.
Now, in California...
Well, Helio, the thing is you have to practice. Everybody sucks at everything. I used to suck at
spend hours doing
singing at one point. I used to suck at rapping at one point. Like, it's just...
No, I get that. I get that.
Hours practicing.
I get that. Yeah, I get that part of it, and I just don't want to spend that much time on that. So,
Michael Jordan was told to pack it the fuck up in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know.
Get up out of here, beanhead.
That's what I mean. It's like I found something I was better at, and I spent more time on that instead of fucking playing video games.
Oh wait, did I say Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan? I did say Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah, but Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you said Jordan.
Different. Yeah, you said Jordan. So you were right, right? Because Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, he's a freak of nature.
Player.
Michael Jackson is a freak of nature, so that's everyone knows that.
Michael
Because
Jackson
his dad beat his ass so he can sing better.
No, Michael Jackson was a freak of fucking nature, bro.
It's called
Fuzzy,
trauma.
Take a look at that video.
No. He wasn't conditioned.
I'll look at it.
Michael Jackson was a prodigy. He was a freak of nature. There's nothing that could match what Michael.
So his dad whooping his ass didn't turn him into a perfectionist? No.
As a singer, I know. So
he is the king of pop.
He's the king of singing
and dancing.
And well, I mean, I'm not a dancer, so I wouldn't know that. But as far as vocals go, that motherfucker, holy fucking shit! Michael Jackson was the king of singing. Nobody can sing like that motherfucker.
Does anybody know of a way to skip ads on a phone?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Just subscribe to. Well, just subscribe to YouTube. $10 a month.
You can do it. You can get
I know how to
do it the free way. Get YouTube Vanced. It's a APK thing, so you got to get from what do they call it? Unlisted developers or something like that. You can look it up. Look up Vanced, VANCED, and you'll see how to install it. But you get all the.
If you don't mind bootleg shit.
Yeah, no, it works.
Which coincidentally is exactly the same as the real shit. Honestly,
well, yeah,
even with clothes, right?
Because it's an APK, it just kind of like piggybacks on the regular app and then gives you the extra features. Like, so it works really good. It's like YouTube Premium for free.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm subbed to the family pack on the YouTube thing. I for $15 a month, I can share the YouTube Premium with 5 other members. Give it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, one other thing about that though, is if you're on iPhone, it won't be on there. It's only for Android.
Oh, Vanced. Okay. I didn't. Oh, Vanced.
Yeah, no, I have Android, so I figured there might be a way.
Yes,
and also, what game is he playing? What is that game he's playing? He's got a jetpack and shit? What is that?
What game is who playing?
That's Call of Duty Mobile, bro. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, let me take a look at that.
I told you they upgraded. Like, it's not like you know how you used to think, okay, I love Call of Duty, now let me see what they have for mobile, and it's like some suck ass version of it. No. This is exactly like it, except with slightly shittier graphics.
Was he on
It's still pretty impressive graphics for a phone game.
That's true.
Well, you're gonna have a pretty badass tablet to play that shit like that.
Not really. I mean, like Jose's tablet, he bought specifically for playing it. He said it was like $100 tablet.
Really?
Dude.
Fucking yeah. Give a shit about playing games anymore. But
Yeah, mine was like 130, the Amazon Fire, but nah, I need something a little better. I think he got a better deal than I did. Mine freezes a little too much for my liking.
Call of Duty is actually how I got introduced to Discord. I met Jose and Lou and Guns there, or Elijah actually.
Told you we'd be flat smacking. What's up, Troop?
What up? And about playing on this, it's free game actually. If you have a tablet, you can download it for free, and playing on the screen is actually quite delightful. It's very intuitive, and I actually really like playing it. So I can play quite fast on it.
Yeah, we found a few flat earthers actually by playing the game.
Yeah, they find their way here a lot. Let's be honest. Yeah, that's true.
Well, we've got like at least 2 people that we've met in the game. Truth being one of them that joined the server, and there was a third one that joined recently, and we started talking about flat Earth to him, and like saying like, the Earth is flat, and all of a sudden he's like, of course it is. Like, we're like, oh shit, we got another one.
Well, the group that you guys play in is called Flat Earth, so
well, that's our clan name, but we're playing with random people all the time. And then when we catch a random, that's when we start. If they're on the mic, we'll talk with them a little bit, and then all of a sudden just start throwing Flat Earth at them, test them out.
Nice.
That's a pretty crazy game. Is that a free app?
Yeah,
a free game?
Yeah, it's totally free. Yeah.
It's a big app though. Like, it's gonna use up a lot of memory and shit, like a lot of storage. But it's free, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best part. It's free. You could pay if you want to get extra stuff, but you really don't need it. I played for free a long time, and I kicked ass.
I've never put a penny into it. Once you get started putting money into it, though, you just feel like you kind of got to like MJ started buying skins and shit. He's got like over $300 into the game. Freaking idiot.
Yeah, well, you know.
Does he kick everybody's ass with that $300?
No, it's all superficial shit. It doesn't give you an advantage. It just gives you freaking skins.
Oh, fuck that.
And you can mod out guns and stuff.
I'll be a fucking caveman out there with a loincloth and a fucking sword, and before I spend $300 on that bullshit.
Thanks. Now we all have that image stuck in our head.
I'm talking about my character on the game. Damn. I'm talking about me.
But now I can't not picture that.
Now I'm picturing you in a loincloth playing the game.
I would look on the game. I would be looking more like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Conan the Barbarian. So picture that instead of picturing me in a loincloth.
What if I prefer to picture you in the loincloth?
Well, I mean, that's your issue, bro. That's funny. Anyway, back to Flat Earth. But yeah, I mean, I think shit. As many of you guys that play this fucking game, you should have like a little portion of the server. No, I mean, you probably already do have your own server.
Yeah, we've got a games area down below, but usually we just talk in game. Sometimes we'll use one of the cinema rooms for it.
Cool. And
then we have a COD squad role too, so that we can ping each other with it.
I downloaded the game and I went through the tutorial and I was just like, I'm gonna really, really suck at this, and so I never actually got involved in the squad, but maybe I will one day. I'm
going with a better attitude. I'm gonna get good at this and kick someone's ass. It's gonna be great.
The game's actually really good that way too. When you're a beginner, they put you up against bots, like they're super easy to kill, so it pumps up your ego a little bit. You just go around just murking everything, and you're like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. Look at this. Look how good I'm doing.
Yeah, man. As far as the tutorial goes, right? I want to jump right in with you guys.
You only gotta reach like level 8 to join up with us.
Oh well, fuck. There's no way I'm ever gonna reach that.
You're not gonna ever reach level 8. It takes like an hour to reach level 8.
I was you go through the training, and then you go through. And then you go level 8, or do you have to actually go live with other?
No, it won't even let you play. It won't even let you play Battle Royale until you reach like level 8.
Oh, okay. So you go through the tutorial.
You just play against bots for like an hour and a half, and then there you go.
All right, I may end up doing it one day, but I got other shit.
Now, if the bots are kicking your ass, yeah, just hang it up. You suck.
I'm pretty sure I could get through it if I really gave a shit, but we'll see. I may end up joining, but I mean, if I was younger, I remember shit. I used to play all the video games when I was a kid. I was like, this is the coolest shit, but I could really give a fuck about video games now. Honestly. Looks like fun, and
here's what you should do.
Just like
we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing in a little bit. I'll go into the cinema in one of the rooms, and I'll stream my screen, and you should jump in and watch just to see if it looks like something you'd want to play.
Well, then I'm watching the video right now, or the video you posted, or Elijah posted earlier, and just like fuck, I just. That's too active for me. I got other shit to do.
Really? Like what?
Like talking to you guys, getting on here, uploading videos, watching some Netflix and shit.
So the only thing, talking with you guys, that's what you would be doing in the game. That's one of them. Playing Netflix, watching Netflix. You're not doing that right now.
No, I can't. When I'm talking to you guys, I can't watch Netflix. So let me think.
I don't hear any real excuses. Just bullshit.
How long? How long does your battery last when you're? Wait, how long does your
any kind of excuse?
how long does your battery last on your phone?
Shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I love watching TV, but anyway. So how long does your battery last when you're playing the game actively?
I told you.
I mean, I'm right next to my charger.
I don't have a battery issue. Jose said with his tablet, he says that he's getting like 9 hours straight out of it.
So I'm right next to my charger anyway, so I can plug it up when the battery goes low. So if I'm, sitting right here. So all right, let me pull up this. So you say before I can even join and play the game, I have to learn.
Well, no, you can play, but you can't play Battle Royale. That's a mode that we mostly play. You'll want to brush up anyway. Figure out the controls. Make sure you got settings the way you like them. And they give you weak enemies in the beginning so that you can kind of experiment with that and just figure shit out.
What? How do you connect a controller to your phone?
If you have a Bluetooth controller, you just connect it through Bluetooth. If not, you can use if you have micro USB, you can just plug in with a cord. That works too.
I have a USB. I mean, I have a USB-C phone.
Yeah, I don't know if you have I don't know if you have a USB.
I have an adapter. Yeah. I have an adapter that goes directly.
Yeah, you can just plug in by USB if you want, but otherwise you can still. If you have a Bluetooth controller, you can connect wirelessly Bluetooth.
So I'd have to buy a controller that has like the.
What kind of controller do you already have?
I have an Xbox 360 controller.
That works. Plug it in.
Is it? Can you connect that with a Bluetooth controller?
Xbox 360.
No, 360s don't use standard Bluetooth. You have to have the Xbox One S controllers or above.
Yeah, but with a 360, you can just plug it in.
Oh, if it's USB. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, just use your adapter and then plug it in with the cord.
So plug this USB-C into my phone, and then wait. I don't see a US. Well, where's my damn controls? Hey, we're gonna have to work on this another time. But I don't know if there is a USB output cable or output on the 360 controller.
Look, I know the controller charges somehow, and it came with a cord. The other end of it is going to be USB, like Type A. If you have a USB-C adapter, I'm guessing that's a Type A female. And you'll have a USB Type A male to whatever plugs into the controller. You'll plug that in, and it'll work.
Interesting. That's much easier to use than the screen controls, right?
I don't know. I've never done it. I just play on the computer.
Well, I could just download it on my computer and play there, right?
If you want to, get BlueStacks and play on keyboard and mouse. I don't know if you've ever really done any mouse and keyboard gaming.
I've done a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you might like that, or maybe you'd rather use a controller, or maybe you'd rather just use a screen. It's up to you. There's many ways to do it.
Dude,
I'd probably be my whole train ride home. Yo, I'm like,
I'd probably be
like, that is the shittest excuse. Attempt at an excuse.
I got shit to do. I got talking with you guys and Netflix.
All right, so would it be easier for me? I know. I don't give a fuck because I'm not a gamer, so it's like shittest excuse or whatever. I mean, I guarantee if I go through the 8 fucking levels of learning the fucking game, when I get there, you guys are gonna be like, "You fucking suck at this. Why the fuck did you even want to get involved anyway?"
Well, that's how we were with Arian, but he got better. You know.
All right, so all right, check this out then. Since
don't do it, it'll suck your whole life away.
Right. No, I know, and that's why I don't play video games that much anymore. But it still could be fun, and we can flat smack while we're killing everybody. All right, cool. I get that part. Now I have 2 screens on my PC. I mean, and I should be able to play it on my PC instead of my phone, right?
Yeah, but you got to do it through an Android emulator, so you'll have to get BlueStacks or there's other ones also.
I can do that. I mean, I could probably do that. You're trying to get me to hook up a game controller to my phone.
Dude, if you really want to just try it out, get up and running, just plug in your controller to your phone and try that out. If you like it, get the emulator, see if you like it that way on a bigger screen.
Okay, but yeah, sure. All right.
What are you recruiting for your army, lunatic?
Just recruiting like
not really. You know, honestly, I don't know why I'm helping him. I don't really want him to play with me, but
yeah, because I'm gonna. I guarantee you, I'm gonna suck. I don't want this motherfucker on my team. I promise.
Right, he's throwing you on the other team, bro. That's what he's doing. He's stacking his cards for his favor.
I wish I could do that. That'd be awesome.
It's all right, bro. We don't have to continue on this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because I'm probably not going to do it anyway, so fuck it. I still do have the app on my phone.
But Helio, if you do it, I'll play with you until you level up to level 8. Like you. Like
can we do like simulations together, and you can teach me, and we can talk together or something?
Well, no, I mean, like when because when he says you can play against the bots, like you are playing in the world with everyone else, but it's just like a lot of bots are also present. So it's like most of the time, especially at that level, like you're getting newbies and bots anyway. But I can play with you. Like it would still be like Nuketown, all these other maps. We can still play multiplayer together. It's just Battle Royale. You gotta wait until you get leveled up. But the regular gameplay, like the multiplayer, we can all play with you there.
You guys are gonna contaminate. You're gonna corrupt this guy.
Yo, I like the newer version of Nuketown, the frozen, the one in Russia. I love Nuketown. It's my favorite spot. One of them, anyway. But the one with the snow in Russia, that shit is dope.
Nuketown, Russia.
Yard is all right too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I stopped playing for a good while, and I guess when I went back in, like my whole account was just gone. I was like, "What the fuck?" So I had to start all over again.
Yo, you got up to 150 way before I did, and I started way before you. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know where my account went. I don't know what happened to it. So I was just fucking. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't let that shit happen to your crypto. You better save your shit, man.
Nah. That's different, bro. What you mean? That's a video game we talking about.
I just clicked on the app and I have to do an update, and it said, 22% of 1.2 gigs.
Yeah, it's a big game. It'll take you a little while to download everything.
That's cool. I mean, it's cool. I have a 128 gig card in my phone, so that should be good. I have a Galaxy S9 Plus.
Dude, that 1.2 that it's showing, that's just like half of it, because once you actually get into the game, you're going to get a bunch more updates and shit too.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I downloaded it probably 6 months ago or so when I was listening to you guys talk about it. Yeah. Let's see what's up. Where's this damn fixed from this Xbox controller I got somewhere around here?
You say your sexbot controller?
Sex bots. I thought that was something else that we were talking about earlier. No, it's an X.
Where's that sexbot controller anyway?
Oh, yeah. I thought I was supposed to control the sex bot.
Found it. I'll be back after a while, guys.
See,
All right, I'm back.
See you in 2 microseconds.
Oh shit! So after I download this, there's gonna be more updates inside the amp.
Yeah. It'll take a little while before everything is ready to go for you, but I don't know. Probably 20 minutes or so of installing shit, and then you'll be able to play.
Yeah, I mean, I got a fast connection, so I'm right at 100% now. One gig took me 20 seconds.
Hey, Helio.
What's up, Dave?
This question for your life is in your chat. You need to read your chat real quick. They're trying to message you about something.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. Thanks, man.
All right.
Yeah, no questions.
Hey, can somebody check the Numpty clips? I've been getting messages from people saying that the Numpty clips, that is Miggy's site, doesn't work. And every time I've gone in after they've told me that, it works like a charm.
Yeah, it works for me too. I don't know what to do.
What the heck is
They're
going
probably
on?
fucking with you. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
Just chilling. Waiting for Clovers to come in.
God, that shit's loud. You crazy. You almost as crazy as me. God damn. It's crazy.
You know, I was just listening to you, Helio. You know who you remind me of? You know who you sound like?
Who?
Foster Brooks.
Austin Brooks.
Not Austin Brooks. Foster Brooks.
Foster Brooks.
Yeah, he used to do the roasts with Dean Martin.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking.
He was funny as shit, man. He was my favorite one.
No, I love the road.
Yeah, Foster Brooks, man. He is hilarious.
Yeah, but he always used the drunk voice. He was never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was the guy that always.
He was always fucking drunk. So
yeah, he's always drunk.
He wasn't drunk, but he played the drunk guy.
Drunk, yeah, but he played the drunk guy.
Damn it. Oh well.
Him and friggin' Don Rickles, man.
Yeah, and Don Rickles. Oh, he was the. Oh.
Yeah,
how much shit did Don Rickles get away with? All the shit that he said. Holy
dude, he was he used to have me rolling, man. Really funny.
Yeah, he would go hard on Dean and Sammy. That was funny. It was funny shit.
Yeah, classic, man. I missed that. You know what? About a year ago, I went back and watched a whole load of them, man. They're fucking still outstanding.
Dude, I watched. I get my. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just still watch them today. Yeah, I still watch them.
Yeah, but it's like I'll go watch freaking Don Rickles, Rodney Dangerfield, and all those guys, and freaking Robin Williams. I mean, oh man, it's just like it's like you used to be able to offend people, and they thought it was funny, and it was just like, but now you can't. Well, you can, but you know. And you should. Actually, I think you should offend people. That's probably that's your best.
I try my best.
I know you do, bro, and I love it. I love it. I love that about you, bro. Hilarious. I listen to comedy all day, bro. I mean, like when I'm not listening to this show, I mean, to what we're doing here, I listen to freaking comedy all day. And yeah, comedy's getting really freaking pansy-ish these days, man. You're supposed to be like offensive.
Just go get an old Richard Pryor album.
Oh yeah, freaking love it. Pryor, freaking. No, but Patrice O'Neill. Have you listened to his shit? Oh, I'm gonna send you some Patrice O'Neill. You'll die if you haven't listened to Patrice O'Neill. Man, he's one of the all-time greats. He has a show called Elephant in the Room, but that's not his only one. But yeah, it's a great one. I'll send you some Patrice.
The old Cheech and Chong albums are good too. Sister Mary Elephant.
Yep.
You guys ever heard? You ever heard Sister Mary Elephant?
It's been a while, but I don't remember.
You got to get the old Cheech and Chong albums too, man. They're friggin' hilarious.
I remember that. That was one of my favorites, Quan. I remember that.
Yeah. So did my little brothers and sister. They still remember that. Every once in a while, they'll text me. Shut up!
Yeah, I remember that.
Thank you. Too funny.
Yeah, I think you'll like Patrice O'Neill. He's so sarcastic and just
boy, that's going way back. The Wayback Machine.
If you don't dare offend people, you can't really be honest.
Where's that dude licking fungus muncher Bambi at?
Probably somewhere attacking mushrooms.
Attacking innocent mushrooms.
Just let a new person join us.
I mean, that was really weird the other day. All the people that hated mushrooms is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Everybody likes mushrooms. What are you talking about?
Right, she got rumpus. Is there a new person here?
Yeah, he just left. So
never mind then.
Hey, QE, you've heard that MacGyver song? Most fucking American. You heard that song, right? The one that MacGyver did. Most fucking American.
I can't remember too much of MacGyver, man.
Oh man. No, this is one of the
science and gotta
one of them. Dude, if you haven't heard it yet, we gotta go ahead and play that. Hold on. It's pretty short. So
yes, it's funny.
Let's get it in here. Well, I mean, find it really quick. Shit, I was doing other shit when I just thought about it. I think QE would enjoy it since you brought up Cheech and Chong.
Most fucking Americans don't really like flat earthers. They like planets and spaceships and stuff like gravity do. Most fucking Americans believe in NASA and their JAXA and ESA and some dude named Musk. Most fucking Americans don't like to worry about the spinning because they say it does it so slow. Most fucking Americans have an education and think the globe's real because they took science and got a B. Most fucking Americans love their sticks and their shadows and their well holes and their gyros. No. Most fucking Americans don't like to launch rockets without using fisheye lenses to make the flat earth round. Goes down and make a fly like Earth. And that's all I got, man. How do you like it?
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Hey,
Send that to
far
me,
out,
Helio.
man. Yeah, that's a good song, man. Well, I wrote my own one while I was listening to you sing yours. You want to hear it? Oh, yeah, man. That sounds pretty awesome, man. Let's hear it. Yeah, man. It's kind of like a protest tune. All right, man. Here we go. Globers! Globers! Hey, you like that, man? Oh, yeah, man. That's pretty far out, man.
Outstanding. Helio, send that to
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Hold on. Just give me a second. That's funny, isn't it?
The took science and got a B.
And got a B. I love that one.
It's like the best thing I've ever heard.
Is that not safe to get posted in here? I want that link too.
You know that dude, Mr. Toast, we were talking to earlier that was 14 years old? He fucking got a B in science.
That is literally how they it's like everyone just sort of floats by and they're just like, yeah, okay, it's a glow, cool, I did earth science, I got it, whatever, let the scientists figure it out, man. It's brilliant.
Most fucking American.
yeah, that was good. I like it.
That's good stuff.
Oh man, can you post a link in here or what? You can only direct message that.
Hold on, give me a sec. I'm about to post it right now.
Sounds good. That's hilarious. That's perfect. I wanna go show that to my mom right now.
Yeah, 1,000%. That he just put that out a few weeks ago. So yeah.
Okay.
And he said he's got some more comment, but
that's awesome.
oh, Nina, no.
Nina, no. Those guys are hilarious. I can't believe they're still doing stuff like that.
Well, that wasn't them. That was MacGyver doing an impression of them.
Well, still
talking about the flat Earth. Oh yeah. I mean, dude, especially Chung. He's out doing a lot of shit. He has his own line of freaking pipes and shit and paper.
Hey man, Dave's not here.
Dave is here though, isn't he? Aren't you, Dave?
I got the stuff, man. Let me in. Dave, it's Dave.
Dave is always here.
Well, y'all are boring me to death. I'm going back to the globe. Just kidding.
Back to the globe. Ain't no such fucking thing.
Yeah, you can't go back to something that don't exist, bro.
I've only heard two, maybe three. Two that I know of that said, I used to be a flat earther. What kind of phrase is that? Who used to be a flat earther? I mean, there's no such thing.
Yeah, it does not exist.
You got tired of being called an idiot by the Globers, and so you became an idiot.
If you ask them why they went back to the globe, they don't have any logical freaking. So then they're in the. They never were a flat earther because they're still making just illogical arguments that don't match up with reality, and so it's like, yeah, I can tell you were never a flat earther in the first place.
Everyone was a flat earther.
I would only have one question. So did you happen to find that measurement of Earth curvature?
Yeah. Did you find the curve?
Exactly, Chocolate.
Is that why you went back?
No. Okay then. Thanks. Have a good day.
Like, I went back to the globe because I found the curve. No, they'll never say that because it's absolutely not true because they didn't. So,
I remember saying one guy.
That was very good.
Yeah, very good job, McGovern.
Motherfucking Americans.
Hey, I got
science and the huevos and the gyros. No.
And their huevos and the science lab. They got a beast.
Hey, I got one for. I mean, might as well listen to one of mine since nobody ever plays my songs.
A little haterade right there, or is that?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Nobody ever plays.
I'm just saying. Mental note: we need to play more Helio songs.
Thought flat Earth was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. The moon landing on TV, they really went. Just trust me. They showed us what the Earth looks like from space. Then I saw the globe. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. I think it's real, but I'm a believer. I couldn't prove it if I tried. I thought globe Earth was more or less an obvious thing. The more I see, the less I understand. They couldn't be lying. There's too many involved. There is no way that this is fake. 'Cause I saw the globe. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I think it's real, but I'm a believer. I couldn't prove it if I tried. Think they're out to get me. That's the way it seems. Flat Earth has haunted all my dreams. Then I saw the globe. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I think it's real, but I'm a believer. I couldn't prove it if I tried. Then I saw the globe. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. Yes, I saw the globe. Yeah. I'm a believer.
Hey, Road Dust, I do have a good meme for a tire thing. Hold on, let me find it really quick.
It was very well done, Helio. Good job.
Thanks, man. There's a freaking meme I made. It has a rim. It's like the wheel without the tire and something. I made it a while ago. So much stuff in my folder.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
I almost want to like walk into mechanic shops and be like, "Hey, can you just fill my rim up with air? I don't have money for the tire."
Yeah, can't afford a tire. Can you just put the air?
Just start
around the
flat
wheel.
smacking. Just start flat smacking mechanics.
I made a meme.
Yeah, just have gravity hold it on the outside of the tire.
Gravity knows what to do. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I would like to get some helium in a bucket, please.
Well, they put nitrogen in tires now these days, right? I don't want the tire. I just want the nitrogen.
I think like don't they do that for like race cars or something? Like NASCAR? I'm not sure. I'm not a car guy.
Probably.
I know how
He's
to
not
drive a
here, but
car.
you go buy 5 pounds of propane from Hank Hill.
Think about this for a second. If you're a glober and you put helium in a bucket, it should stay in the bucket because the air cannot go underneath the helium to push it up, right?
Well, I mean that's where gravity is the strongest, right at the ground level. So I mean,
It should just stay in the bucket.
Yeah, it should. I mean, that's where it's the strongest at. You figure.
They claim the air is pushing it up, but if the air is not underneath it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why would even ballers' tears, they get cried in a bucket and then they evaporate.
Why would gravity? My bad.
No, I was going to say I would definitely have a meme for ballers' tears. I mean, that's right. I just freaking passed it. Damn it. Looking for the wheel meme that I made.
Why would gravity make it turn around when it's at its weakest, way up high, and not just make it turn around when it's at its strongest, way down low?
Actually, I have a song. Well, I can't actually play that song on here. I have a song for Ballers Tears. Have you guys heard that one? I can't play it on here because they'll block the video. It's on my channel. That's what's really crazy is that let me freaking upload the video on my channel, but they, whenever I play it live, they block the damn video. Stupid. It's another parody, but.
Hey, Helio, we got a BC verified in here, Duty. I think.
Oh, cool.
We talked to Duty. Hello, Duty. I said, I want to talk. Back to you, Helio.
Don't put it back to me. I'm just like looking for memes and shit. Trying to find that meme with the tire that I made. Dang it. Without the tire. It's in here somewhere. Got dog. If no one's going to talk, I can play another one of my songs if you guys want to hear it.
Go for it, man. Nobody's talking.
How about this one?
Yeah, boy.
Let's see. That's another. It's a parody. All right, mic check. Hey, what you got? Who's that?
All right, cool.
Elijah. Have you heard this one, Elijah?
My bad. I was hot micing. Sorry.
I didn't hear your hot mic, but I was about to play, my latest parody. You may or may not have heard it before. I'm not sure. And I'll go ahead and play it.
Oh, you like parodies?
Well, there's a guy that's really good at writing parody lyrics for Flat Earth, and so I recorded this one with some parody lyrics he wrote. He said, "Hey, do this one," and so I did. And so let's see what you guys think of this one.
All right.
I must now tell you why, as you awaken from this global lie. Despite what they have said, Earth is not a globe spinning, but instead they mind tricked you to steal your plane, as someone close to you programmed your brain. But why? So clear this is, improve your stance. Space is fake, we are contained, their scheme is over. The truth has just begun. There's a place up in the sky, a pathway for the moon and stars at night. No parallax viewed of them, we're only using real lies, and truth is shared. Earth's a place that doesn't turn, so face your fears, believe your ears. No emotion do they find. I'm handing you this lovely world. Promise me that you will seek this logic with devotion. Truly see your point of view. I'm gonna teach you how to prove. I still detect the global lies as I explain to you the lies that you do not see. If you're blind, I will help you see. You must deny the vicious lies you believe. What draws you here, my friend? Come listen now and let's flatter truth and giving advice for you to learn. Forsake the claims, let truth sustain your soul set free from lies. A heartfelt yearning to be at, lost in the illusion using real lies. You will despise all the global lies, but truly see your point of view. I'm gonna teach you how to prove. Still detect the global lies as I explain to you.
That was pretty good.
I try.
Yeah, that was amazing. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Not you, Helio, the track. No, I'm just kidding, bro.
No, I know.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, we're flat smacking this. We're just like bringing the sledgehammer down on the globe on a constant basis, 24 hours a day, calling out the bullshit. Calling out your bullshit.
Yeah, Hank Hill, I need to get 5 pounds of propane without the tank, please. You can ship that to me.
Without the container, huh?
Yes.
I think that's kind of like blowing a kiss. Doesn't really land, does it?
It's fine. Gravity.
You're really going to need the propane accessories.
Hey, Hank's never responded to. I created a couple of memes for this, and Hank's never responded. And I'm not sure if he takes offense to it or not, but here's one.
No, I don't take offense to it. That's funny.
Look, here's one, and then here's another one. Hold on. Maybe you were just not paying attention to when I was posting them. I got another one too.
You thought he would take offense for being a cartoon character?
No, I don't think he would take offense. I just never heard him respond. I was
just checking. Okay.
Here's another one.
You can fly through space in a rocket.
So flat. I made that meme that I sell flat Earth and flat Earth accessories, but then
I can tell you did that one.
Yeah, the other one.
You didn't do that.
The other one I just found on Giphy, I think. Look at that shit. It's flying through space with the propane tank with a rainbow behind it. I think that was funny, man. So I've posted these several times and I've never heard you respond. I'm not sure if you ever really actually saw them, but it's just whatever.
That's the first time I've ever seen those.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. So
memes and Giphies and stuff like that.
Okay, that's why it's just like maybe you weren't paying attention because I was listening to you and so yeah, I made that meme. I sell flat Earth and flat Earth accessories. I made that one on whatever way I made the memes, but then I found this GIF. Look at that shit. That's funny. The moon's going by, and then friggin' what's Bongar? What the fuck is his name? Boomhauer. His freaking head getting exploded by a rocket. Is that what happens there? Yeah, there's a freaking rocket that just fucking explodes Boomhauer's head.
It seems like he's saying, never, never, never gas pressure without accessories. Never, never, never.
Damn,
never.
I've posted that so many times, Hank, when you're talking. I can't believe you haven't seen that yet. Because I made that meme like 3 or 4 months ago.
Like
you never saw it. But you're always working and stuff. You're usually working and stuff. But anyway, so that's probably why you haven't seen it before. But yeah.
Pretty neat. The moon sliding by. That's pretty funny, man.
Speeding along.
So it's like I post it sometimes when Hank's in here, and I just want him to respond, but he's always working and shit when he's in there. He's like, I'm driving around doing shit. It seems like you're not paying attention to the chat. Maybe I was thinking maybe you're offended by my meme. It's like you don't want to say.
No.
I know you weren't, but I'm just like maybe you just missed it, But
like
you see it now, right?
Like he's just dissing the propane industry.
He's like, it's like I'm not actually Hank Hill, Dennis. Don't you know that?
Whoa!
No, I am. I mean, I am to everybody. I'm sure it's
not Hank Hill
imagery, right?
All right. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, wouldn't it be fun to be Hank Hill for real?
Dude, I thought he was Hank Hill.
I think it would be. I think it'd be
I
fun
thought he
to be
was really Hank Hill.
No, I'm still convinced that you're actually Mike Judge.
Hey, check this out. A TV show that really makes me think of Hank Hill. And if you guys haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's called F is for Frank. It's on Netflix. Holy shit. It is as insane as Hank.
That's by Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr. Yeah, he's one of my favorite comedians.
He's great.
Dude, F is for Frank. Or S for family. F is for family. His name's Frank on the show. Man, that show is fucking hilarious. Bro.
Did you hear his skit about making a sandwich?
I'm pretty sure I've heard everything that Bill Burr said because
he went to a
I'm
restaurant.
probably one of his biggest fans. So.
And then at the checkout, I guess there was like a little packet of mayonnaise. And he's like, "No, I give you the money, you make me the sandwich." Like, get the fucking mayonnaise and spread that shit all over the sandwich. I give you the money, you give me the sandwich.
Well, it's like the way that Bill Burr does his comedy is like, oh, I want to be the biggest asshole, but be nice about it, right?
Right.
It's like, I don't want to present myself as an asshole, but I can't fucking stand anybody. It's so, yeah, I love Bill Burr. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah, F is for family. Hey, Hank, have you seen F is for family? I think you would love that show if you haven't seen it. You got to watch it. You have to watch it, bro. I think you would love it. It's so freaking.
So in other news, I'm making banana bread.
On making banana bread or making flutter. Hey, let's hear the story about how the creator made the earth. What would that story pan out to be? Would the creator make the earth a globe? Or would the creator make it flat? Now, Hank, would would you need to use zeros and ones to make the Earth a globe or flat?
No, it could be any language.
Okay, so let's start. Perhaps we better start from the beginning. Isn't that that's from a song, right? Perhaps we better start from the beginning. The beginning.
It's from a famous book, also.
Sure. All right. So let's figure out whether or not the creator is non-existent and it just happenstance. Just the Earth just made itself happen because who knows why, and we don't know why. We want to.
So you think one day a rock just decided it was going to dress itself up as a organism or something?
Well,
together.
Well, the general story about from the atheist story, they're saying that hundreds of billions of years ago that everything was condensed into a little dot, and then it exploded because the density of it, I guess, was just reached a certain point where it couldn't contain itself anymore, and then just went whoosh.
Well,
right.
First of all, a dot is a concept. It's like a mathematical concept, but it doesn't actually really exist.
All right, so, but at the same time, that's kind of a general idea of what they claim about everything that exists in the universe was condensed into, a portion of it all condensed and then exploded, and then we have kind of what we have here over, a certain amount of time. I won't give them any kind of years because they can't actually know anyway. But now compare that to the people that not all the creationists agree on, on the timeline, right?
Yeah, that's right. Some of them believe in gap theories and theories similar where there's a large amount of time just kind of inserted into the text. Which, why did these scribes spend such a long time to get every single word perfect on these translations and
sure.
copies?
I would say that it's a more focused discussion as far as anthropology. I think the way that people that believe in a creator have a more focused discussion on the history of man than these atheists. Man, look at the timeline they have, right? Holy shit. They have all kinds of mysteries that they can't solve.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so somewhere, once upon a time.
No, what they say is between 100,000 and 200,000 years ago, almost
100,000. I mean,
somewhere a long time ago, in between like two random arbitrary guesses.
On an Earth, which is still here, but we just have stories about what happened in galaxies far, far away. The Earth just was born due to gravity and all. It was like from the Earth exploding. And I mean, you talking about a fucking wild story. And it's like, oh, you flat earthers are dumb. It's like, no, we're actually like, we're trying to take your story that you told us and use real anthropology and figure out, they call this certain aspects of, what is it called? It's called anthropology, and then also aspects of geology and everything. And I think they can dig down on the earth and go back in time, which to a certain extent is true, but the interpretations are the wild ideas they come up with when they dig in the earth, archaeology and all that kind of stuff. I think they're going in the past like thousands of millions of years by digging in the earth. Wow, man, that's a really wild claim.
The thing that gets me is, we get that 100,000 year story, right? And it's got that huge gap in it, but somewhere in there, we figured out.
I'm cool with like a couple thousand years, maybe. Or like 2, 3, 4,000 years. You don't know what Earth was 4 billion years ago. Who the fuck do you think you are?
We don't know.
Yeah, we've been around for like
200 years.
90,000 years, and we have to figure out how to count our fingers. And then we started, coming up out of the Fertile Crescent. Like, yeah, right. Like, we weren't in Africa for like 100,000 years, and then we found our fingers, right? And started counting, and then the Sumerians popped up. That's not how that shit worked. We would have found our fingers a long time ago and been able to count bananas and shit.
Yeah, it's like, how was I? Evolution. When I was growing up and they started teaching me evolution, I was like, I asked my biology teacher, dude. And my biology teacher went to church with me, so I could ask him this question, right? So it's like, do you really think this is true? And he was like, well, this is what I have to teach you, so I don't have to believe it. No, you just have to learn it. All right, cool. So I passed the class and moved on with my life. I never believed it. Never believed the evolution theory. I thought it was bullshit my entire life. And to be honest, through my entire life, I was ostracized. Even before like flat Earth, I used to argue with like other like people, my people my age and my demographic through high school, through college, going to parties in my 20s and stuff. We'd like do a lot of acid, have philosophical conversations and shit. I was the only fucking guy that would argue with them about this evolution bullshit. I was just like, you guys are fucking wrong. There's no fucking possibility. There's no way it happened that way. But anyway. So that's why, Flat Earth just like totally made sense when it really hit me. So anyway. It's no surprise that I've done a lot of acid back in the day. You guys aren't talking now. But yeah, it really doesn't make sense that the way they present the evolution theory is it's kind of the way they present the globe. It's kind of it's kind of like the way they present the globe. It's just like, it's a story. It's not. They don't have any scientific evidence for it at all.
Yeah, I came up with an idea earlier. What if we just like started making like random accounts, and then started making videos and like presenting the globe model in its entirety, right? Like one episode would be the sun, and then we could ask that question: how is it the further you get away from the campfire, the hotter you get? And then, we could do Pluto and talk about how it was a problem for the Newtonian. We can go to Venus and talk about what's wrong with that. And then, do the Earth, and then how do you have atmosphere, right? And then Mars, do the rover. Like, how are these things hanging on with zip ties? And I don't know. Just present it like it's actually presented, and then build it up just to destroy it, like in the media. You know.
Well, could it ever be presented in mainstream? You know, Hank, I have a feeling. I mean, it's like, you know, we were talking about religion earlier, and everybody's looking for doomsday and all the prophecies and stuff. It's like, there's doomsday. Well, doomsday's in your heart, but your heart only knows truth, right? So it's kind of like doomsday only exists inside you, but at the same time, I mean, it can physically affect you, of course. But that's why we're here. You know, we're saying, hey, use your common sense, use your heart. Take a look at what we're saying. Use logic, common sense, and use your heart, and use what you, at least some of what you know about what you've learned through the education system, what you've learned through some of the information you gathered from us and the talks that we've had. Come to your own conclusion, but it ultimately comes down to heart. You know, it's like people are going to have to change their fucking mind. It doesn't have to be a revolution. It's a revolution of the mind and the spirit. And otherwise, we're, you know, the doomsday, I guess, is going to come because people are so ignorant that they won't even, you know, take that into consideration. You know, it's weird, kind of weird, and it's sad also. Somebody grunted.
Gotta really have like a doomsday thought in my head. Like, if things get bad, we'll fucking adapt and we'll deal with it. Right? If things get really bad, we'll revolt and deal with it.
Sure, I'm not looking.
But right now, it's not really bad, right?
Right now, it's not, but
it is for some places.
Well, it is. Well, I mean, not in America anyway. I mean, it's where we are, but to be honest, you know what?
It's fucking perfect.
I mean, you realize that, you know, with this last election and everything, this is it definitely affects the world. So everyone's looking at America. I mean, not totally. I mean, because everyone has their own attitude inside their country, and they're nationalists, which in America, most people think nationalism now is a bad thing, right? Which is totally fucked up, in my opinion. Or they either think it's wrong, or they have a twisted idea of what nationalism is. You know what I mean?
I think it's the twisted idea, because I remember when people first started saying, like in 90s, that, you know, late 90s, I remember some of them said that, you know, the Constitution is like an out-of-date document. Like, oh, really? Like, how do you have the right to say that? You know, like, right. And then they would say, like, you don't need your rights anymore, right? And it's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, it's so like all
what is this country built on? This country is built on its people, its laws, its land, its borders, right?
Well, it's like how long through all these elections and public shit that they talk about elections, they keep calling America a democracy. But when they established America, it wasn't a fucking democracy. Never, ever was it described as a democracy until it was pushed through the media as a democracy. Never. Why do they keep using that word? That's not what the Constitution says. America's not a democracy. I mean, do you disagree, Hank?
No, I think anytime someone says that, they're your enemy because
they're fucking ignorant. They're ignorant. That's why. Yeah.
Is this supposed to be a republic?
No, it's a representative republic. It's but it's not a democracy. Do you think that there's like it can be one or the other? Do you think it would be one or the other? Anyway, go ahead, Hank. Go ahead.
Yeah. Why do people go and vote for it then? That's the question I got to ask. Why do people go and vote for this thing called democracy when it's not a democracy? It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, democracy is a certain.
Well, it's because they're not taught what the actual government, they're not taught the Constitution or the. Well, I mean, shit.
We were.
Well, the Act of 1871 freaking blew that shit out of the water anyway. So anyway, but that established a different legal system. But anyway, but the principle of the USA was to be a representative republic, and democracy was out the window because democracy is just mob rule, right? That's 50-50. I mean, it's just like democracy is like 50% vote this way, 50% vote that way. Whoever, the majority wins, But anyway, pure democracy is 50-50, Anyway.
I think a term that we should use more often is geographic minority, because that's really who has slightly more power than people who live closer to cities or in cities.
How many more phrases are we're going to have to go through to get through to people?
But I just think it's important because it helps explain it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that beneficial. But it's like, my point was, if people are very confused about a republic versus a democracy, then they're
look at China.
Probably not going to get it.
A system where at the end of the day, 12 people decide, what the truth is and whether the law is just or not. Because we still have jury annulment here. We basically make case law, American jurisprudence, right?
Yeah, but at this point, after the Act of 1871, that becomes a legal thing. But anyway, that's another. I mean, it kind of depends on your jurisdiction, where you are, and how you deal with it. But yeah, sure. But and China is communist, so that's another thing. That's another system.
If it was a democracy,
wait, what's the name of the Democratic State of China, right?
Does China call itself a democratic state?
Isn't it all just labels?
Well, it depends on what's described in the legal terms and the jurisdiction amongst. I mean, China's a huge country. There are certain portions of China. I looked at the Chinese Constitution. It's been a while, but it's like you can pretty much there's certain portions of China where you can just establish your own state, because it's so vast. And but I mean, I wouldn't say that's completely true, but at the same time, most of the power is centered in Hong Kong and certain cities on the coast, and just different jurisdictions. But China's so huge, they probably wouldn't give a fuck if you found a good portion in the eastern regions of China that just like, I'm just gonna settle here and fuck you. I think that'd probably be the best place to establish a free energy community, is in portions of fucking Western China, because I'm pretty sure there's not very many people over there the eastern portions of China are all worried about the money. China's freaking huge.
If the United States was a democracy, would that mean that people living in New York and California would be making all the decisions just because they have the most people?
Hold the phone. United States was never established as a democracy.
I know, I said if it was.
Well, we were smart enough, or I won't say we because I wasn't there, but anyone with the right mind would be smart enough to say, I wouldn't establish this government as a democracy because that's fucked up, and that's mob rule. It's 50%. A democracy is 50 versus or 49 versus 51. This is the way it goes. I mean, that's pretty much the description of it. It's like we agree, and the information you receive might be bad. So how can you make a decision over a group and it's like, oh, I'm going to vote, and it's pure democracy? You're fucked. So that's why they wrote the Constitution. What the fuck are you talking about? This is, the Constitution of the United States was written to destroy that idea, because that's a completely fucking ridiculous idea to have a pure democracy. That is it's just not even plausible. Most people are either ignorant or they actually want to be in power and exploit most of the people below them, and they'll completely take advantage of everyone. So is that your understanding of a democracy, or am I explaining it wrong?
No, I mean, are we not living in a dictatorship anyway, all over the earth?
No, sure, Jan. Yes, I completely understand that. I'm just talking about, he was asking why, about America when it was established, whether it was like 50-50 democracy. I mean, that would be the most ridiculous concept that I could ever think of. I mean, democracy is complete bullshit. It would never make sense in any society.
Yeah, I agree. And, one of the primary reasons is, like what I meant by geographic minority is your vote counts more because of senators. California has the same number of senators as Oregon, but Oregon has a lot less people than California. So my vote counts more than a Californian vote, and it should.
Well, and that's, yeah, sure. Hey, Jen, finish your point. I mean, you were talking, Jen, we were about to say something like about that. I just want to make sure Jen got his point out. Okay, so Jen's not talking. But yeah, I mean, as far as how many representatives from a certain state, I mean, it does. Oh God. All right, so maybe you had. Go ahead, Jen. Am I wrong? That's not Jen.
No, I think there's a communication problem.
Sorry, no, I got my.
There you go.
Yeah, I got my point out already. Go ahead, Helio. Go ahead.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got my point out too, as well. And like I said, even there's so much involved with the political shit in America. I mean, it's like who represents who from certain districts and certain parts of states and all that kind of shit. But as far as like when it comes to major elections and and how it affects the political influence, and this is liberal or this liberal or conservative thing is the most retarded fucking thing I've ever heard. Oh, It's like people don't even know that they're fucking Americans anymore. And which I'm not even proud to be American anymore. I'm kind of freaking. It's like I'm a nationalist, and should I say that? Right? I mean, it's like, oh, so you're a nationalist, right? Which, I guess that they equate that with fucking Nazism and shit, right? Now, so it's kind of weird. But people from all across the world is like, oh yeah, I love my country. Well, I do too. Can I love my country and be a nationalist at the same time? I mean, what in the entire fuck is going on with this world? It's insane. It's like you're not even allowed to be proud of your country anymore. Fucking fuck you.
Derpty.
Hey, I love England too. I ain't gonna lie. I love England. I love Germany. I love Switzerland. I love freaking Norway. I love freaking Brazil. I love Argentina. Can't they love their
hang on a second.
Without being
hang on, Helio.
Shit.
Helio, do you mean you love the people? Do you mean you love the
That's
people?
what I mean. No, I mean none of us love our government.
Surely.
We know we don't love our government. I think they're all pieces of shit. Well, not all of them, but most of them. They're pieces of shit that are just pompous fucking weirdos that are hungry for power. But I do love my country. So that's all I'm saying. And even inside the United States, I love my state, Arkansas. I live in Arkansas. I love my state. It's not as, but sure, but there's a good reason to make fun of Arkansas. But if you haven't been to Arkansas, you'd be like, oh, Arkansas is pretty badass. So anyway.
Anybody able to check someone in real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
I remember Arkansas.
I'm done bitching about the political system because, I mean, that's the bottom line of it. I mean, it's like everyone's a nationalist. If you're proud of your heritage, your culture, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
So isn't Arkansas like a lot of mountainous regions, like beautiful, like?
Well, the northern part, or southern part is plains, northern part is mountains.
Same with Texas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, it's a small state, but it's just even within Arkansas, we have issues with each other. It's like, you from freaking Pine Bluff, or you from freaking El Dorado, and, freaking Texarkana. I mean, it's just like when you're from the southern part of the state, I mean, it's all plains down there. But if you're from the northern part, it's it's the Ozarks and the Watchtows. Anyway, continue, gentlemen. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can be proud of their country at the moment with what's going on. Actually,
yeah, it's hard. It's really hard, right, Jim?
Proud of the country, fucking you up.
Yeah, the governments are being total dicks.
Right.
Total freaking dicks, destroying culture. Just freaking masterminding, freaking. Oh, it's horrible what they're doing to us now.
I don't know about where you guys are from. Where I'm from, they don't enforce any of the stupid mask stuff. So, kind of like in the beginning, people asked us to put on a mask, and since then we were kind of like,
I mean, it's
and
like
now nobody really wears a mask unless they want to.
Not me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wear it a couple times just It's like, I'm gonna go in and buy some fucking bread. I don't want to fucking fight with anybody. But for the most part, yeah, I don't wear a mask. But it's like everybody just owns it. It's like they have their freaking custom masks. It's like, here's my mask. It's like, to be honest, I had a feeling that was coming, And it's
So I've got a question. Who unmuted Alec?
what did he cause a problem?
Well, remember when? Well, it was. Remember when you were talking and someone? Because that's not the first time he's done it. Because I've had to mute him before for it. But the moaning sound in the background. But if you guys want him to go ahead and do that, then I'll just let him go.
No, if he's a problem,
Well, he's not doing anything now. But we remember earlier when you were talking. It was right when I first jumped in the line.
You know what? Mute him back up. Yeah, just mute him up.
Well, that's okay. I was just wondering who did it.
No, mute him up. Mute him up. Just mute him back up then, because if he shouldn't be unmuted, then mute him up.
Was that him playing the music?
Yeah, it's being a nuisance.
That's all right. I mean, the music's all right. But at the same, I mean, it's not all right. No. I'm not saying it's all right to just,
I'll leave him alone. I mean, it could have been a mod that unmuted him.
No.
And I don't.
No, he was making. He was making sexual grunts earlier. So come on, man. Let's have some control.
Oh, well, he shouldn't even be here. He should be in cogdis if he wants to.
Yeah, put him in cogdis then. Just put him in cogdis. Otherwise, he's going to make another sexual grunt.
One time is enough. That's enough. So
yeah, if he's going to just play noises, then he's not welcome here.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that was him playing that music. No. It was someone else.
I can't verify it myself, so I don't know.
Well, hold on. When I click on his name, it says server mute, but his mic's not red. That's strange.
Come on, Mod. Get him muted up then.
See if it says that for you, Helio. Click on his name and see if it says server mute.
Sure.
His mic's not red. So maybe no one did. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's on. Yeah, from my side, he's server muted. So.
Well, why is his mic not red? That's odd. Anyway.
Well, I mean, as far as checkbox, when I right click, it says server muted. So.
Oh, there's some great conversations going on today. It's like the best conversations are when I can't get home and I can't be around, and I can only like tune in for like maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes.
Well,
that's it.
Truth be told, did you have anything to add anyway? Please, if you had anything to add, let's hear it. Anything.
Yeah, do you have something to say about what you heard today about any conversation?
Oh, from today's conversations?
Yeah.
There's.
We need the breakdown. It's like Truth Prevails presenting 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Well, it was let's see, who was it? I believe it was talking about how light curves around the Earth and how the eclipses can be explained through refraction because light curves or whatever. I think it was it Matthew Learns?
Yeah. I had to go.
Yeah, it was that one, and then I thought
Sonny was really trying to be nice and not being a dick. I was listening.
No, I wasn't very nice, and I have to admit it. And I've had to apologize. I've apologized publicly to Matthew.
Don't apologize to Matthew because dude knows that he's full of shit. I mean, he knows what we're gonna say before we say it, and we know what he's gonna say before we say it.
But I'm sorry, Truth Prevails. I'm sorry.
I think I missed what you were talking about, Sonny. I didn't catch you being, nasty or anything. Like I said, I could only tune in for a few minutes at a time or whatever, and I'd stop at red lights and try to comment in YouTube chat, and then I wouldn't be able to listen to it. And so it's kind of like I feel like I'm married to the server because when I'm away, I want to hurry up home so I can get on it, and then. Yeah, and it's like I want to, how you'll keep in touch with someone when you're away from them? It's like I have to do that to the YouTube channel, like find out how they're doing and what's going on.
I kind of have a different relationship. I actually avoid listening when there's some I already know what's going to happen if certain people join, so I avoid listening for a while. But if I try to check in, and if it's a good conversation, I'll listen. And then other times, I'm going to listen to freaking. I've been listening to Family Feud on the Family Feud clips on YouTube while I'm at work because Steve Harvey's fighting his shit.
Yeah. That's why when I came in here, I'm like, honey, I'm home.
Yeah, I'm home here, but at the same time, it's just like, since I can't come in here and talk, I'm just like, why would I even listen to everybody, step on everybody's toes, and do the same shit that I would do, if I was here? It's like, fuck, I'm just gonna listen to Steve Harvey. He's funny.
We do have a Glober in the house. I don't know if you guys have talked to him already or not. Dennis. Dennis. Dennis, you want to talk to Dennis?
Dude, oh, he left. Oh,
No, he didn't. He's right there.
Oh, Dennis. My name's Dennis Globy.
So, Dennis, what makes you hang on to the globe?
I've never talked to a Dennis on here before.
I guess he's not talking.
Come on, Dennis. You're in the server.
Maybe
Has anyone talked to him before?
Not yet. I haven't. He was there.
He's got the freaking Darth Vader.
What about Joe Dirt?
Come on, Dennis. Are you there?
Maybe he may be. All right, he may be AFK. Maybe he'll come back.
Well, I know someone's talked to him because he's on the birthday row. So.
Yeah, I got to smoking, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you guys in a minute.
Joe Dirt's VC verified. Has anyone spoke to him?
No, I haven't spoken to him.
Oh, there's a lot of new names in here. I don't recognize.
Okay, well let's get it going then. I don't know what happened. I just joined, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've not been here very long. Myself.
So who we got there then?
Well, Joe Dirt left. We have Legacy War. They unmuted and were lit up. Now their server deafened and server muted. Shady Notes is a glow earther.
Shady Notes.
Wow. Refster AG. Refster AG, if you would like a speaking role, jump up into VC check-in and someone will join you up there. I guess they're just listening and chilling. Because they mute themselves and even deafen themselves when I address them. So, but Rafster, if you would like to have a speaking role, we can hook you up with that. If you want to jump up into VC check-in, then you can also see the live stream voice text. You can go along with the conversation there.
Yeah, if you've got something to say, we'd like to hear what you've got to say. If you've got any questions, we'd like to have them answered for you.
We'll be easy. We'll be nice.
Yeah, we don't bite.
Well, it's about like getting home after being gone all day and getting home to your loved one, and then they just. And then they just like sulk up and don't want to talk to you. Yeah. That's annoying. I never did like that.
Yeah, who was that guy that was just doing that? That noise. Who was that?
That was
Legacy.
Sorry, who was that?
Legacy.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't hear who it was.
It was Legacy, Jen. Legacy
Ward. Legacy Ward, right. So did you have a busy day today?
I've had a pretty stressful week, really, to be honest with you.
Already? Why? What's happened?
Yeah. It's just life, man. Just life.
Okay.
Yeah, just life. That's a loaded question. It's when someone says, "How are you today?" It's like sometimes that can be a very loaded question, especially if you're used to just being open and honest. Like you're kind
Yeah.
of like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I generally meant, what's been happening, But you said life, then I understand, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare at the moment. Living the dream in a nightmare.
It was sunny. I know it was sunny, man. It was sunny and clear and warm. I mean, you sit in the sun and actually starts feeling like sometimes you could actually get hot. I think I actually got a little bit of a suntan today. It was
Really?
really
Oh.
nice. 2 days in a row.
And what are you in? You're in, this is still winter, isn't it?
Well, it's the end. It's
Yeah.
winding
Right.
up. Yeah.
Where are you if you're getting this kind of weather? Where are you?
I'm in Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're moving towards spring now, like us, all moving towards spring.
Yeah. Have you heard of any of Jen? You're in Japan, right?
Right.
Have you heard of any of the shoot, I knew I would not remember it when I needed to. I wanted to write it down. Have you heard of any of there's supposed to be like some high mountain in Japan that's got like a cave system in it, and it was supposed to have been used by the ancients. See, there's a lot of them really that connect or are supposed to connect, but there's one in Japan in particular. Like, hang on, let me see if I can find the name of it. But I mean, have you heard of anything? They were supposed to have found. You know how they find these like scrolls and
right.
ancient written text and so forth. It's like there was supposed to have been something that was found in a cave in Japan, and there's actually a tribe of people that so all this I don't know if this is true.
Okay, well, the tribe of people might be known as the Ainu tribe, perhaps, and they live North Japan, in the Aomori and Hokkaido regions, right? And that's what I know as far as the ancient tribes that are still alive. Ainu tribe, they're still alive. As for caves, not that I haven't, I don't know any really, not at all. I don't know. But there was somebody. I mean, the flat Earth map? Apparently, that flat Earth map was rediscovered by a Mister, a priest, right? Mr. Kobayashi. The AE map, especially the ones with all the other lands. You got the AE map, and then you got the other lands marked out in black. Do you know the map I'm talking about?
Are you talking about just the regular AE map?
I'm talking about the regular AE map, right? This is in black and white, the regular AE map, and then there are other circles circulating the AE map, and in those circles there are other lands, distant lands.
Multiple rings.
Yes, multiple rings. That's it. Yeah, now that was supposedly found by a priest, Mr. Kobayashi.
Oh, are you talking about the one the map that's got like it looks like layers, like a layered cake or something?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, and it's got lands, and it's supposed to be beyond Antarctica. You got the lands. Yeah, well, that map was when I looked it up, it was said to have been found by a priest or a monk by the name of Mr. Kobayashi, which is a very familiar and a famous name.
I never knew who did that, who came up with that map. But I'm going to try to look up the name of that tribe, that tribe of people, and the name of the mountain with the cave. I thought I could remember it, but I don't know.
I don't know it.
When you stay stressed out for most part of the day, it's like the things that you try to remember, you just can't.
Yeah, I understand.
Or at least
Yeah,
for me anyway.
I have hiked a number of mountains here in Japan, but I haven't hiked any that with caves inside. As
Oh,
such.
this one was unique. This one was unique
Yeah, it would be.
outside of, how, because there's talks of caves and everything everywhere. But this one,
Yeah.
there was some kind of script that was supposed to have been found in them. And there's actually, it was really important to me. It stood out to me. And I thought about, I wished I had. I'll look it up and see if I can.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my dinner here. Sorry about that. Otherwise, I'd look it up. But yeah.
Yeah, but
And,
the layers of Earth, that's I'm inclined to. Okay, so this is definitely all speculative, but I'm inclined to think that there's a great possibility that could be, how, and there's a lot of like in the Earth accounts of like cities in the Earth. I mean, we know there are tunnels and stuff, but when we think of all the tunnels, the tunnelways, we think of, the military, drills them out for whatever use and so forth. But I think these tunnel systems have been there, I believe, since the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they're all connected. And there's actually cities that was in the Himalayas, the Himalayan mountains. There's supposed to be a cave in the Himalayan mountains, and it goes down into, like, when you go, there's tunnels that go down into the mountain, and once you go down in deep, it opens up, and it's supposed to be like huge cities down there. And then it's said, I don't know, it's like there's been a lot of speculation that there could actually be
like a subterranean kind of city down there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have, and then you also have all of these different like mountains that have caves dug out into them, and it looks like they're like lined up right next to each other, and it looks like they just dug them out to dwell in them, but they're so high, they're so high up on the mountain, and it's like straight up. So I mean, it's like, how did they even get up? Or they would have had to have rappelled down or climbed up, which, I mean, that's the speculation is that they, but then again, it could also be that it was dug out after, and that maybe, there was more of the mountain, and that it just stepped up to it, and then it got washed away in a flood or whatever. I mean, who knows?
Well,
I don't know.
Even on that point, most of us, we're not taught this in school, of course. Well, I mean, we can discover a little bit about this, but there, off the coast of every continent, there are cities that are underneath the sea, right? Like, that means that sea level, where sea level is now,
it wasn't there before.
It used to be much, much lower, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, if it was much lower, like a couple of 100 feet, imagine what the continents looked like then compared to now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can go off the coast of every continent and find where people used to live. There are other cities where people lived when that was dry land. I mean, we're talking about a couple 100 feet of sea level. It's a lot, man. When you compare, the entire Earth, that's a lot of land that was not covered with water before.
Yeah, and there's like when the floods came, because everyone, I mean, it's documented, right? I mean, it's provable. This is not speculation that there was, a flood. There's evidence of it everywhere. So we can say that definitely happened. So if it wiped out all of I mean, there's a good chance that people could have went down into the earth and then went up into, like, cities that were like in pockets of air or whatever and survived. But or they could have probably went ahead. They could have been living there as it is. But
well, sure. I mean, there are flood stories in every single culture.
Which I wasn't wanting to go off into speculation. Sorry, guys, I really wasn't.
No,
I was
no,
just
that's
wanting to
all right.
ask you though, Jen, because you live in Japan, and I figured that you would
Yeah.
perhaps had heard about it.
Yeah, no, all I've heard about is that the rediscovery of the AE map was rediscovered by a Mr. Kobayashi, who is a Shinto monk or priest, basically. That's all I know, you know. When I saw this map with the extra lands, you know,
Well, the reason this was
multiple
okay,
rings.
so the reason I felt that this was important was because the script and the text that was supposed to have been found in one of the caves,
Yeah.
it was actually supposed to like give direction and have like the entire cave system was supposed to have been mapped out, and they were supposed to have had like um their like their uh heritage, their line, their genealogy or whatever, like their bloodline was supposed to have been
Right.
maintained as, which I mean we know that there's a lot of them that claim to be doing that anyway, but with all the
Oh, that
royal
sounds
families or
quite
whatever.
interesting. I'm going to look it up. I should look it up later and see if I can find anything.
Well, I'll go on mute for a little bit and I'll find it right quick. But I have to
Okay,
go.
yeah. I'll look it up later and see if I can find anything to do with that. Yeah.
When I find the name of it, because
What's the name?
it's a weird. Well, of course I can't remember. It's a weird name, but the tribe of people was not hard to remember, and I thought, well, I won't need to write that down. I'll remember it.
So obviously it's not. Is it the Ainu or Ainu?
You know that does sound kind of. It sounds like it could be it.
Yeah.
But I had a new perspective. I think you're echoing. But I had looked in. I was reading about, and I'd looked into like different tribes, so I could have heard about that one, and that could not be it. But just because I'd heard of it, it could ring a bell. But I do think that it did start with the A, so it could be, and it was a short name, so I don't know. I don't want to keep rambling on about.
No. I'm glad you introduced it. So I'll have a look later, see what I can find. But I haven't been into any caves in Japan here. In the 21 years I've been here, I haven't been into any caves. Been on mountains, rivers, lakes, but not really any caves as such. So
it kind of makes you want to go into them and.
Well, yeah. Now that you mentioned that, now
journey into the caves and find out. I mean, how well guarded are they? I mean, they probably don't have to guard them that well because.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably not hundreds of people just standing in line trying to, beat the sides of the mountain down trying to get in there. So.
Sounds like you guys are talking about Outer Ponders.
Nice one.
Oh, it almost sounds to me. Kind of sounds like the Ark, right? It's like the Ark of the Covenant, or the not the Ark of the Covenant, but the Ark of Escape, because everyone, the elite, not everyone knows that this ship is going down, right? But the ones that have access to some of these areas now, whether or not it's like. The tunnels have to be reinforced, especially if they're under, vast oceans and that kind of thing.
Well, the Lemurians were supposedly the lore of the island of Lemur or Mu, the island of Mu, the lost island of Mu, where the Lemurians came from. They were supposedly aware that the flood was coming, and they tried to warn others. And no one would listen, but they burrowed underground and kept themselves safe from the flood. And then it goes on to say that they are actually the ancestors of the Native Americans, and that the Native Americans also know about what's coming, and that's why they do a rain dance. They don't do the rain dance because they're trying to make it rain. They do the rain dance because they know it's going to rain.
And it already has before.
Yeah, well, and that's interesting. That's interesting.
Well, see, and okay, I'm gonna go more into speculation, I guess. But Okay, so if you think of the map with the, the maps with the, let's say the layered cake, kind
Yeah,
of,
the one.
uh, where the outer layer, the bottom layer, was once
Yeah.
like the only layer, and then if it expands, and then and the Earth moves up, and all the reason. Okay, so this is the reason, Jen. It was supposed to have had a tunnel that was was supposed to connect really close because they. Okay, so where I read this, it was like it was claimed. It only take me about maybe 20 minutes to find it, and I need to just go on mute and find it. But it was claimed that the tunnels connected to the garden. It was the Garden of Eden. It's allegedly, according. This was speculation, and this was what
Oh, I've heard that.
that the Garden of Eden was supposed to have been within the earth.
I've heard that recently. Yes, I've heard that. What you just said, actually. Now, recently, I've heard that.
One certain tribe, allegedly, right?
That Japan is connected to the Garden of Eden. I heard that recently.
Was supposed to be the only tribe that had the knowledge, and I guess the advanced ability, because they were, they kept separated from the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know how they have like these abilities where they can just lay their hands on you and heal or whatever. They have all the knowledge that we've lost or whatever, but that's supposed to be the only tribe that could like access the city. It was like a city around the Garden of Eden. It wasn't the actual Garden of Eden, but it was said that the Garden of Eden could be. But okay, so this is the reason I think it's interesting to me. All of that is kind of like pointless and mindless gibbering that I've been doing, because I can't even remember all of it to like paint the right picture or connect all the dots, because it's something new and something fresh that I'd looked into, and I've been dealing with a lot of crap, the stressful crap in the past couple of days. So, and that does cause me to forget shit. But this is the.
I thought you said you've been getting a lot of crack for a second.
No.
Doing
a
lot of crack.
No.
Sorry.
But this is why I feel it's interesting. So all of these stories that they give us about, the Earth and how things, operate, and they give us this heliocentric model. Well, they tell us things to try to explain away and give a story as an explanation for things that we actually do observe, and things that we know that this core and everything floating on molten rock is a story. But
yes,
this is my question and this is what leads me to think that it just gives more credibility to the possibility that, like, and I'm gonna call it the layered cake version, right? Could very well be true, because they give us the story of like the continental drifts and plate tectonics, floating on, because we have, the Earth does move. We do have like earthquakes and stuff, but we know that there's water beneath, right? And there's just like tables. It's like we have tables of water, where it's kind of like that with, the lava from the volcanoes. So it's not like we have magma and, the Earth is like floating on this molten rock or whatever. So we know it's not that, but they give us the story. And if you look at, it's like Pangea, when all the pieces fit together as if if it were all one large landmass, or they were like closely connected, and it does look like they have kind of spread apart. And they do keep us away from like the center. And if the center does open up in there, and there is like a city in the center, so would the explanation and their story for the molten rock and continents drifting on it be a way to explain away the fact that the Earth may in fact be like spreading out and opening up, and maybe there is another layer that is going to emerge. Who knows? Because if that were to happen, it would have its own sun, and then we would anyway. So
wait, hold on. You know where the Garden of Eden is?
Go on.
And it's your body. That's the Garden of Eden.
Okay. Now, truth. I just posted a link to the Ainu tribe. That's the ancient tribe of Japan. Okay, I just posted it, so you can check it out. Right. So it's only a Wikipedia link, but it's got images, and it tells you a little story of the history of the Ainu tribe. Now I'm going to.
Hey Jen, check out the graphic I put above that.
I don't think that's.
That
Sorry,
was a
go ahead.
I'm sorry. That was a DVD cover. I made like a video game concept.
Really?
The Underworlders, yeah. So that's the DVD concept for the project I was doing.
Oh, cheers, man! Wow.
It's like just that. It's the people Underworlders.
Yeah, let me copy that now. How comes you're doing this? This is interesting, man.
I don't think that's the one, but I'll find. Like I said, I'll just go on mute and I'll look for it. And but anyway,
You might be interested in hearing what I wrote about the story for it. If you want, I'll read it real quick.
Yeah, go on.
Many are unaware that there are several networks of ancient tunnel systems that remain throughout the world. And very few know about the legends of entire cultures who are said to have retaliated below ground to avoid the destruction that came to most by floods and comets. They established civilizations. They have advanced and evolved beyond our own. And though they have remained mostly out of sight, they still exist and thrive thousands of years later. The Underworlders is more than just a game you play. It is an initiation into realms of knowledge, secrets that have been withheld from mankind throughout our known history. You will explore the world within our world, and possibly even discover a self within yourself.
Hey, Helio Skeptic, if you look at your live stream,
I think someone
there's something there.
Oh, is there something going on like crazy?
Yeah, there's something on the YouTube live stream.
I'll check it out. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. Sorry for the intrusion there, Dave. Carry on.
That's all right. The end it goes, you will explore the world within our world, and possibly even discover a self within yourself that you have never known before encountering the Underworlders.
Very interesting, my friend. Very interesting.
And that the alien creatures that they talk about, the Greys, may be like mole people.
There's something there. Keep saying that.
And you designed this DVD?
Welcome Zone.
Yeah,
only inside anime girls. Quivering clit, double jointed.
Hang on. Who's that bleeding all over everyone?
Balls. Elegant ejaculation.
Who's that now?
Rob Tubb is muted.
Someone who needs to be banned.
Yeah, someone that's got no manners at all there, man. Just bleeding over everyone.
There's somebody. Well, hey, I'm curious about. I mean, is there something specific? I just looked at live stream text, and I don't really see anything. I mean, I see
that guy that was just doing that music had changed his icon pic, and that's what was. I don't know if that's what he was talking about, but he had changed his icon pic.
Just ban his ass, man. Just
is it boom? Is it boom banging more?
It was Rob told me he needs server banned, but I can't server ban him.
Yeah, come on, just get rid of the guy.
I'm talking about in my live stream.
It showed up on your live stream in the image in the pic.
Oh, on the live stream. Oh, okay.
All right, there you go. You got an intruder. Intruder alert.
I was looking at the text. I thought it was somebody was talking about the text. Anyway, because I don't necessarily pay attention to YouTube chat because the moderators have it.
Well, I'm just telling you because you might want to cut that out. Cut it out.
I mean, come on. We don't want that kind of interruption.
All right,
really.
well, let me go back a little bit and see what happened. All right, continue, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so that was this is an interesting DVD cover, Dave.
Thanks. Yeah, it's just a project I did for a graphics design class. It was the project was to design a concept for a game for a DVD.
A game?
That's something that I've thought about for a long time. Yeah, you go underground and you meet other, it'd just be like ancient aliens, but underground.
Yeah.
And this is before I even knew anything about flat Earth.
Really?
But
so we're going back some years.
Yeah, they could. This could be. They could be people outside of our, area that we know, inside, underneath. The whole idea of us looking to space is the total distraction, the total misdirection, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, we know that about the history. Can't trust anything in the history, as you said yourself. But I'm just talking about this piece of work that you've done. You had this idea years ago. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah. That was at least 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Look at that. Wow. On your way to
going through the tunnels. I had to bring it up because you were talking about tunnels underground and stuff.
I'm glad you did.
There's so many different depictions of like total cities and stuff. And even now, there's cities underneath most other cities in the United States and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I always talk about my theory about Super Mario Brothers being like a theory where there's like underground and above ground worlds where the technology is different underground. So Mario gets together to search for gold and extra firepower so he can go underground and get the technology he needs to take on, the lizards or the lizards at the government buildings, like it's like a really old story.
It's an old story that with Mario Brothers? Or is just an idea?
It's a theory of, Mario Brothers being closer to reality than one might think, right? Getting gold to buy extra men so that you can get firepower and take on the government buildings where the lizards are. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that the precious metals and stuff is, that just explains why they would hide more land to begin with, or hide the idea that there's any underground places to go and all that. If you knew that there was unlimited gold and silver, it just hasn't been mined yet, that would change the value of the gold and silver. And they did the same thing with peak oil. Remember peak oil?
Yeah.
Why is it no one's asking about the peak oil? Right? They made that a fossil fuel so it could be scarce. But I don't know if abiotics, the actual, resource, if you call it abiotic, but I guess it's like the second largest fluid on Earth, as far as we know. Fluid in the Earth. And it just keeps replenishing itself. But yeah, people can't know about the precious resources because that's how you control everything, as far as the monetary system and everything goes. Why would they lie? Why would they lie?
I'm still trying to find where somebody was like really offensive in last stream. Was it was deleted? Somebody posted something. Now I can't see it. Is that what the deal was?
I'll send it to you. I'll timestamp. It won't let me timestamp it because it's up.
Doesn't matter. To be honest, I think it's going to be okay.
Something.
It's going to be okay.
I found something. Truth prevails. I found something that it might be this. Hang on a second. Where is it?
Well, Helio, just go to your DMs and I'll show you.
Got it timestamped?
Yeah, we'll step in there for a minute and then we'll come back to the live stream.
Yeah, Rusendo. Does that ring a bell? Truth, does that ring a bell? Rusendo Caves? Rusendo Caves.
No.
One of Japan's three greatest limestone caves.
I think they're talking about something else.
Okay, nearly 5,000.
I'm just trying to make sure the live stream's okay. If I need,
I'll just come to the DM and it take me 1 second and we'll be finished and I'll show you.
What's this other one?
There's the Sea Peoples. Reported seafaring confederation that attacked ancient Egypt and other regions East Mediterranean prior to the late Bronze Age collapse.
Japan underground, 5 spots.
Sounds like something the Norseman would do, you know? Like the sea people. They came and fucked us up. Like, I think I know who did that, but I can't prove it.
You mean like a psyop? Blame it on somebody. Well, there's this whole thing about them being hermaphrodites, or being having both sexes. That's like an origin story as well.
Oh, yeah. Probably wasn't those guys. Yeah.
Saw a video on that the other day. It was pretty good.
Yeah, limestone caves that go back millions of years. Wow, I never knew. Wow, this is the one. Yeah, Gucci.
Check out the Jesuit Caves article filled with Egyptian and Islamic artifacts I just posted in the live stream chat.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. I've just posted the Japanese caves underground, yeah?
I saw that. That was really cool.
Japan's underground world. Yeah, Japan is a fascinating country to travel across by land, air, and sea. But have you ever considered going more underground? Stunning limestone caves that go back millions of years. Weird
That's
flood
interesting.
systems that they look like concrete temples, and train stations under the sea are just some of the country's most exciting, very off the beaten track locations to explore. And the place is known as Akiyoshido Yamaguchi. Nice place. So I posted that link to that. So that's something I never knew about.
I have a question, guys.
Yeah, go on.
Yep.
So I'm kind of new to like this flat Earth Society stuff, like flat Earth.
We're not flat Earth society.
I meant like I'm new to like this whole new concept as like a whole. So
yeah,
I just want to know like both sides. So in a typical round planet, ravines would go straight in. Similarly, mountains and other volcanoes and stuff, they have roots from the bottom, if I'm correct, and those stretch up, right? So how would they work the same in a flat Earth, or I just want to know.
Let's take that. Let's take what you just said there.
Yeah, I'm really into like geology and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, let's just take what you just said there. Let's factor in that the Earth is actually spinning. So if the Earth is actually spinning, which you've never proven to yourself and you can't feel, do you think that those systems would be able to work? Don't you think that's a bit odd?
That's pretty odd, actually. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So basically, the Earth is a flat plane, and the systems would work naturally as they would on something that's level. Yeah?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, then something else that's, holes in a spherical ball, then it's spinning, and then they say gravity's keeping it on. But we can't prove gravity, and we can't measure the curvature, and we can see long distance where the curve should be, but it's not there. But yet, when you think logically, what sounds more logical? Something level, motionless, and you can explore it.
Yeah, well, it's something that's very level and explorable. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Also, excuse my curiosity, but I have another question.
Yeah, please ask as many as you like.
So again, it kind of ties into other Earth structures, I guess.
Yeah.
Except,
go ahead.
Do the size of the oceans change, or is it still the same regardless of the planet's shape?